least we need also to justify it, even just a little bit, conceptual lang. Kana, you see the
Mm-hmm.
members are going out, and then I think you can also do something similar where this is not a solid like sheet. I think this is more kanang murag tarpaulin na type.
Yeah.
Um, I think it's like kanang cloth material, not really like cloth, like tarpaulin, good kanang plastic sheet something. Not super sure what it is, but you need. We'll talk about that like in the coming weeks. And then just one more issue here. Sa imuhang second, yeah, second floor, it's a bit messy because the roof was on top of it. We'll just clean that up. But I like the idea. Sa site dev, just one more. Magtanaw ko sa site dev. Am I still sharing my screen? Yeah, I'm still sharing my screen. Nice. Okay, yeah. So zoom out a bit. I'm not a fan of the playground there. I think because it's a terminal, like murag gamay siguro ang bata di, especially atong target market is like the SM workers and other workers. I think much better if you make it like a bit symmetrical and just make this a pond, and then like make the rest like garden areas around it. So in blue will be the garden area. Blue here, garden area, garden area. And then finally in the last submission, i-highlight lang po mo sidewalks. Like really draw the sidewalks in. Sidewalk there. And then your drop-off area is somewhere here, Mano. So just move it a bit closer. Sorry, move it a bit closer to the entrance of your main building. I know you're trying to make it look dynamic, but I think much practical if dual ang drop-offs at the main building. Other than that, looks fine. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 buses over here. Just be careful of this turn. That's like almost 180 or even more gani. So check lang ang dimensions of bus turning radius. And then when you exit, maybe you don't need the exit here because you already have this road here. Okay. Yes, noted on that, Maria. So those are just my notes. You can close this off here. You can you just have one exit so that it's not so complicated and less road. But yeah, I appreciate the initiative to like create something really out there. Let's try to temper it and make it a bit more realistic. We'll do more consultations in the coming weeks. Okay, so that's all. Let me stop sharing. That's all, Maria, and then hopefully magmeet na punta inig Friday so we can discuss it further. Okay. Okay, ang roof will be diata makuan, diata masangit. Okay, next we have red. Let's see, the checking again. Antikina, Rhea Claire, are you here? Antikina, wala. Next, Gulisao Jean, I think she's still in the airplane, wala. Oh, Christine. Okay, there you are.
Yes, good morning, sir. It's, can my screen be seen, sir?
Okay, nice.
So this is my cover page, sir. Happy for woven, and it can. This is because the material I'll be using is something like what Shara mentioned. Like I wanted a material that would um replicate a sort of woven texture.
Mhm.
I'll open my poems later. This is my site development, sir, and so it's just pretty much same as my schematic. So
Mm.
um, my main entrance is here. I've laid out the circulation for most of the vehicle and people. So the people, since most of the SM people will be coming from here, they can just, it's pretty straightforward. They can just go there since there's no road blocking the way. And
Mm.
I wasn't able to show it, but for if there are people coming from here, they can also just go through there and then like connect with this circulation here. Same goes for the people here. And then for the vehicle circulation, so they can go in here and then get dropped off here in this area. So since it's closer, but it also that this one is for the taxi unloading and loading. And then this is for the jeepney here. Was able to provide a jeepney stand here in the corner, sir. For the
Mm-hmm.
bus, same as my schematics, sir. It's just it's going here. They can once they arrive, they can just go here to the left for the arrival bay. I was able to provide 8 buses for arrival and departure because the other buses are for the idle bus parking and the service garage, sir. So we I'm not for this part, so I wasn't sure if this was okay, but like I was thinking of just having the bus for the idle bus parking so that there'll be less turning for them, for some of them at least. To they can just like turn right diretso, and it's just open here so that like if ever they have to leave, they can just like go out to the side here diretso dayon. That was what I
Mm-hmm.
was thinking. And then so anyways, they can also the buses, if they leave, they'll just go out here instead. So that's mostly it. I didn't Most of my open spaces are parks lang said, sir, so it's mostly just walking and stuff. I've
Mm-hmm.
provided a sort of area that could be used for food stalls like supermercado. um and this is my staff parking and passenger parking. I just put it there so it'll be for the passenger parking. I put there so it'll be less hassle for like the PWD, to in case they have people waiting for them to pick them up, and for the staff, since most of them will be staying there for the whole day, so they can just like put their car there and they don't have to cross SM na. But
Mm-hmm.
we put a few set those there. Okay, so I think that's mostly it for my set development. So this is my perspective, sir. I wanted to go for a more ambitious roof type sensor.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like a more parametric structure for the roof, and it's mostly for the ground floor because my concept was to have a more unique experience with the ground floor, sir. Because I actually wanted my passenger spaces to be more concentrated to ground floor so that it'll be
Mm-hmm.
easier for the PWD. So yeah, one so it looks like this on the side perspective, and these are my building
Yeah, that's
perspectives.
a great perspective there. Mm.
Yes, this is the perspective from the SM City Access Road, and this one is from the Sergio Osmeña National Road.
Mm-hmm.
So my ground floor plan is here. So this is my foyer, but it also doubles as a place where you can get information. I placed an information system here. This is more like for self. There's like what do you call it? These are like kiosks here where they can like look up the information themselves. But if they can't do that, they can also ask people who'll be stationed here. I've
Mm-hmm.
only managed to put 2 concession spaces. Those are ground floor. I'll just put them at the others at the top, sir. I put the ticketing area here and then the ticketing area there. My waiting area is more open lang to most of the people. So either boarding and I mean arrival people and departing. So there's a queue for boarding here. So basically, people who want to board for the departure, they would go here and then they go out, going like that.
Mm-hmm.
So the the arrival bay is here, man, so they can just go out like this, and then departure pala. And then the
Mm-hmm.
arrival people, they can go in here, and then there's an information system there. So in case they want to look up where to go next in Cebu, for example, they can just go here, and then also managed to provide at least a few seating open areas figure for where PWD can station themselves.
Mm-hmm.
These are the ATMs here. There's an ATM station here and here sensor so that like maybe the people arriving can like go there direct so to withdraw, and then this one is for the people who want to board. And then these are my admin spaces. So just concentrated on this area. So these are my lockers, canteen and lounge. And I didn't plan this yet. I was planning to have like food stalls in the bus staff and resting and waiting area lang sir. And for my for my elevators, I only have one actually. And is it okay, sir, that I just use like a PWD lift instead of an actual elevator? Would it be better to use like an elevator, sir? Jud?
Mm, what you have there is a just a PWD elevator lang.
Yeah, I think it would
Okay.
be better to have
Yeah.
a standard one, right, sir?
Yeah. Let me see. How does it connect to the second floor?
Mm, I think it'll be shown in my section, sir.
Gila, ito na.
Um, it's like this, sir. It looks like this on elevation, and
Mhm.
then it's like a standard elevator lang, sir. It just goes up like here,
Okay, okay.
like that.
I
But it's
think okay
tiny
lang
lang,
na
and it's only
mhm.
one row.
I think
Like,
okay lang siya na PWD elevator lang because like elevators are very expensive. And then I think the way you can sort of get a halfway point is you allow for the space to become a full elevator later on. I think you need
mm,
about 2 by 2 the space or maybe 2 by 2.5. How big is that kanang gap there between the
yeah,
stairs?
it's pretty big, sir. I think it's more than 2 meters actually.
Okay, so no
Two point
problem.
five.
Just leave it like that, and then we can add the elevator later.
Ah,
Okay.
yes, sir.
Yeah, especially kay na naman siya dyan. For me, mahal kaya mag-elevator na one story lang.
Yeah, that was my thinking,
Mm,
sir. I didn't want to add an elevator, dude, but yeah, nagalisod ko. So
mm,
this is my second floor na, sir. I've put 7 concession spaces here. This is an open area where people can just walk along, kind of like in seaside. There's like at the rooftop. There's a
mhm,
space where people can just walk, and it was what I was trying to replicate. But this is like a mini garden here. It's just there to like regulate the traffic, I guess, and for
mhm,
the environment. uh, yeah, and this is the admin spaces in my second floor. I just put the admin office and the PRO here, and additional staff lounges and canteen, and then the TNB and stuff. And I also managed to put the storage rooms and another service hallway in case they might need to go to these concession places.
mhm,
So that's mostly it for my plans, sir. My elevations look like this for the building. This is my front elevation from the for the building and from the FMC City Access Road, and then this one is from um I don't think it can be seen there, sir, because it's from Radisson's point of view, and this one is Sergio Osmeña, and this is from the Calcium Street views, and these are my sections, sir. Um, basically, I have 5 meters height for the ground floor and 3 meters long for the third floor, and these are what it's cutting through: the waiting area, drinking station, and service hallways, sir. And uh, these are my other ground floor. This is yeah, it's basically gone. I also managed to put like vending machines and magazine stands for the people in the waiting area, sir. I think that's mostly it, sir.
Okay, good. So just a note for everyone. Show the footings in yung sections, and like if possible, you cut the section where you can show a beam. I think I see the beams upper floor, but I can't see the beams ground floor.
Yes, sir. I was
Yeah.
planning to put the construction elements of finals, sir.
Yeah, okay na, but that will be for the finals. So that won't be deducted sa kanina plate. Um, okay, looks good so far. Let me see. Any other questions? It's very, very well thought out. For the structural analysis of final, just like show off like what material you're planning to use for the roof, and like any reference or kanang existing examples that you can base your roof structure on. You just put it in like a page. Like just say like my roof is made like this para ma-explain iyang kuan how you built it, how you design it. And then also
Okay.
maybe a short description of why you went for that form that can also go into the structural analysis or your kanang concept. So go back to your like first page.
Cover page, sir. Or
Yeah, kana. So what's the just very quickly, we have a bit of time. What's the inspiration for this form?
sir, I was thinking of um pavilions, sir, like parametric pavilions. I wanted to
Mm,
create a more unique human experience. So like pavilions are usually for people like going through parkers, right? So like that's what I was trying to integrate. So I wanted to make it look like a pavilion, but I can also integrate it into Filipino culture, sir, since when I looked at it, it kind of reminds me of like not really the form, but like the look of like a Filipino rice hut, sir, or something like something woven,
Or you
sir.
could also say one fish.
Ah, yeah, fish, sir. Was like
Um,
something woven, did, sir. That's what I
yeah,
was
it
thinking.
reminded me of Frank Gary's fish,
Ah,
right?
fish, sir. I haven't seen it, but sir.
Yeah, it looks like this.
I sir. I can check it out later.
Yeah,
It's very ambitious, though, sir. I
just
admit
Google
that.
Frank Gehry. No, you can use the same material or like the same form, or you can say it looks like a fish because like fishing in the Philippines, lapu-lapu, mandawi. Lapu-lapu is a fish. Also the name of our like Filipino hero. And then finally, sa imong perspective, I would just suggest na kani mga tree, maybe you can move it here sa side instead. This tree is blocking your
Which
building, so maybe you
ah
can
wait, this,
here.
sir.
Mhm. And then these ones are fine. Okay, sayang kaya, I think this is like a big feature here and you're blocking it with this tree. So just move that tree here. And maybe yung guardhouse, since it's very prominent, have it cover it with the same material as Kanisha, your curved structure or
Sir,
curved.
that's actually food stall, sir.
Oh yeah, food stalls. Yeah, maybe you can also design the food stall a bit to like mirror your main building here.
Ah,
Or
yes, sir.
just or have the same material. You don't have to make it curved. You can just give it the same material so they look more kanang in place bitaw. And then I think maybe some patterns here on the sidewalk with like similar like beige color will help it like really like blend your building into its surroundings. Like maybe like a beige color like accents in a sidewalk that connect the sidewalk to your building, something like that. I'll put it in your on canvas actually. So wait, let me go to your canvas here. 850. I just want to highlight where a good location for those things would be. Okay, let me share. Shoo, 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 shoo. I hope it loads. Site development. Thank you for submitting PNGs. They usually load faster. There. So, for example, okay, that's as much as I can zoom in. Pen. Yeah. Um, Maybe you have like a side. Oh, because it doesn't go this way. Ah, okay. So the entrance is here. There. Okay. So maybe like where you have these arrows, you can have like a different sidewalk material, just to like mirror your main building. Maybe you can have a beige pavement here, and or like what do you call this? Um, Pavement material. Let me just maybe something like this, like a fishbone pattern, like a crisscross pattern, almost like mirroring your fish. For me, it really looks like a fish now. Or just like
Yes,
kanang blocks lang on ani, or some kind of like concrete grid pavers, or just like a different sort of pattern for the sidewalk, so that similar to your building. Like for example, let me just draw it. You have this like pattern here, kana and then maybe on the sidewalk you can have similar, like just a simple kana um, cross pattern, or like with similar colors, just to tie in your building to your sidewalk. Anyway, that's it. Very good, very good. Okay,
okay, sir. Thank you,
okay, good.
sir.
All right. Next we have calling again Rhea Antikina. I think she has internet problems. Next, Gulisa, I think she's still in an airplane. Next is Janelle Lim.
Yes, sir. I'll try my
Yes,
screen.
just go ahead and share your screen. And,
Sorry kayo, the answer kay my renderings are bad
okay, that's not
because I
bad.
it's
It's
not
very far from bad.
it's not like kanang nindot kayo rendering sir kay I'm only using Revit. I can't use like mga external softwares.
Okay, okay, this is
So it's
better
like
than bad.
blurry-ish and grainy. So this
Uh,
is my
mhm.
exterior perspective. And then this is my interior perspective here, sir. Kay Taro jud kayo
Di
kaayo.
ano yung McLaren ng grain, yeah. But it's not terrible. It's not bad. You can tell what's in the picture.
So this is my site plan, sir. I did what you said. I added like mga food stalls here, and like in the
Mm-hmm.
middle, kay rain garden, so they can see the mga features of the site. And then I have solar panels, on top of the main roof, and um, also in the like covered na pathway, or
Mm-hmm.
like when they're in the second floor, they can see that the building incorporates also solar panels,
Mm-hmm.
solar energy. I also had skylight here, and um, skylights here. But sir, this is like really far from the waiting area, since the sun comes here. So it won't like kanang make the space hot, but it will just give some like light, a lighting for the ground floor area.
Mm-hmm. I think that'll be more clear in show mo sa section. How will the light go in? Okay, looks good.
Okay.
Setup looks good.
And then this is my ground floor. So um, this is the departure bay, and this is the arrival bay. I have a waiting area here, e-ticketing, ATM, cashier, mechanical and electrical room for the solar power
Mm-hmm.
things. And
Usara
then
siya ka mechanical electrical room.
I know I also did the same thing in the other side there
Okay,
here.
so just a quick suggestion. So for in my house we have 14 solar panels and the batteries are about the actual batteries are about zero point 0.6 by zero point 0.6 and the thing we store them in is about like 1 by 1. So for every 14 solar panels, try to have 1 square meter of storage space. So to make it more realistic, count the number of solar panels, and then you can use that ratio. 1 square meter for every 14 solar panels.
Okay, sir.
So just take note of that. So because it looks very small, okay, you have a lot of solar panels.
What if I reduce the solar panels, sir?
Yeah, you can also reduce the solar panels.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, it's
And
that.
then
Mhm.
I have concession spaces and more waiting area, but I don't know if I should like continue it all the way through. And then I have the toilets and lactating station, drinking station. I added na lang sad, sir, like kanang more chairs here so that they can see the other indoor garden by
Mm.
the ramp. Then I
Yes,
also
and
added
there yes, and there will be more chairs here now sa final.
where, sir?
Sa imong waiting area, it's not just those 4 rows of chairs departure bay. Yeah,
This one?
yeah, that one.
I'm not so sure, sir. Should I like add more chairs like in every?
Yeah, I think in every bay you should have some chairs there.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah, okay. It's there's nothing there. What are magtindog ra sila, or I don't know what's the idea here.
Um, and then I have another indoor garden here, and I would put like some more chairs, sir, here
Mm. Maybe
by the.
the garden you don't need chairs. So waiting area lang, like when they're waiting to get onto the bus. The indoor garden looks good, and I think those are what are those buses?
Oh yeah, yeah, sir. Those are like the family of bus, the Revit family
Mhm.
for the bus.
Okay, so magpuli-puli la sa kuan exit,
Yes.
or can
Do
do you
you
think
want
they
me
can?
to put all with all kanang?
No. I'm just like consider. I'm just like asking what those block rectangles were. Maybe so for
This.
that corner, you can remove either the left side or the right side. I think a picky, but if you see if you can like measure it now, they have enough backing space. They would need about like 3 meters backing space. And dili mo intersect on 3 meters, okay ra.
Okay.
Okay. And then I think the road here is still very wide. It's like a 3-lane road. So you can reduce that. In our discussions last time, we only need like a 4 meter width road for like one way travel for buses. So you can extend your rain garden systems. You can move your sidewalk closer to the main building, so it's more accessible. But I think the road is still too big here.
So I'll just have a 4 meter road, sir.
Yeah, 4 meter
Um,
will be enough.
from here to the edge of the other
Yeah.
side. Okay.
Okay. So because it will be 4 meters, mag maapiki diha sa either sa left side na parking kanang the last bus or the right side. Just choose one to remove para
What,
dili kayo kuan.
what do you mean, sir? Choose
Ah,
one
wait,
to
let me snip na lang. It's a lot easier. Share my screen. Do. Share. You don't need to stop sharing. Okay, I'll just like unpin you. So here, kani siya ba? Di ba mo backing ni siya? Kani siya mo backing pod? Is it sharing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'm worried na if they do it at the same time, na yung chance mabangga. So just to remove that possibility altogether, you just remove one bus, either this one or this one. You can keep one, but not both. And then you just like reduce the road width to like 4 meters here. So 4 meters here, and this is another 4 meters. So you have all of that space to add more like rain garden system, concession spaces. You can develop that further. And then sort of to develop your park area, since your building is very rectilinear, maybe you can have some rectilinear patterns here, like connecting with your rain garden system, like maybe because that's a square, you can divide the square into 4 parts, have like a central element here, then smaller elements on either side, something like that. And then you can maybe have like a central element here, something, or like a big square put here. So try to look at what do you call this? Spanish gardens, something like that. Not that pink, something a little bit more classy. Maybe something like this or something like this for your gardens. Okay, so we'll be a bit more landscaping here. Okay, daghan man kag park area. Okay, continue. Sorry, my alarm.
And then some more concession space here, and then same again, toilets, drinking station, ticket
Okay, good,
gate,
good.
and more waiting, and the future expansion building.
Okay, there's a lot of chairs in that area there.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
And then this is my second floor. So I did what you said, sir. I placed the staff area here.
Mhm.
So everything staff related, I placed it in one area lang. So
Mhm.
admin, PRO, security, resting area, bus conductor, and maintenance staff room,
Mhm.
the toilet, and the staff canteen. I just made it like so that like if they enter, they can enter here and then go towards the canteen.
Okay, that's a good setup.
Yes,
Yep.
or they can also pass through at the back. And
Mhm.
then some more retail spaces and the ramp, retail spaces, toilet.
Ah,
Um,
the toilets. No worry, I'll comment on it later. Okay, just continue. Let's go to the elevations.
here, this is my elevation.
Elevations look good. And you added like a sloping roof there.
The sloping roof, sir, is to like face the like sun and like make it easier for them to like attach the solar panels. Like
Okay. Makat-kat
I
sila
haven't
there. Mhm.
that I forgot how they will go onto the roof.
Mhm.
Should I put like an access towards the roof? I don't
No,
know.
no. Solar panel people will have their own sort of like equipment to get up the roof.
Okay, okay. Yeah, and then like I made the eaves a bit longer sad sir para like it's kanang the sun won't be like too into the space.
Mhm.
And
Okay,
then
sige. So, the section.
um sir, I did it differently because like I followed like what Sir Alinio said to me. He
Mm-hmm.
told me to just like um do to make the ceiling, the entire ceiling space like color black.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't need to show the mga beams and all, just like color black the entire ceiling place space that includes the slab, the beam, and then the kanang
Yeah, I think this actually looks good because I can really tell like how thick the beam and slab will be, and then it makes it clear now where is the second floor and where is the ceiling of the ground floor. To me, this way is the way to go. And I see a bit of your columns as well, and your footing is there, pero murag na tabunan siya. So I would like suggest na i-black na lang po ang
ang
columns
footing.
para makita ang columns. Or like at the
Okay.
very least, i-black ang footing or makita to where the footings are.
So black also the columns, right?
Ay na lang ang columns, ang footing lang. So I
Okay.
think I'm looking at it now, it might be too black if you're gonna shade in the columns too.
And the second section is also almost the same because they're like same length, said
Yep,
sir.
yep. Sige, let's look at the 3D perspective.
Mm,
Oh, okay, that was it there. I thought na kay whole building. So with
Um,
this, it's kuan, it's
I
good.
tried
It
to answer um render the whole building, but it's like so small and so like you can't really tell.
yun lang.
It's this one, sir. I didn't want to show it because it looks even way
Mhm.
worse.
Okay, so wait, let me help you out with this. We have like a few minutes. So share my screen. This is a good start. Don't worry if it looks quote unquote bad. I think you're just being too hard on yourself. So Kanisha, this part here is the main building. This looks good. Na? And I think for here, this like walking area, you can maybe you don't have to attach it to the roof here.
Mm.
And also you can give it a different color or a different slope, so you can tell it's a different part of the roof. And here, maybe instead of flat, you can go for like a anang hip, but maybe it'll be too distracting. Maybe like a small lang yun na hip, something like that. And then, let's see. I think it's really the material and the height that's like really making it kanang not look so good. Maybe you can shorten it. How high is this from the ground?
Uh, I'm not so sure, but maybe
Yeah.
4 meters.
Yeah, you don't need to make it 4 meters. Just make it like three lang. Because like the problem with making it 4 meters is that if this is a section, no, this is the ground, this is your person. If this thing is like 4 meters up and then it's only like that much ang roof, mainitan gyapon ang tao. So much better to keep it shorter.
Mm.
At least ma-shaded ang tao. Because that's and also I think we'll make it look it will differentiate it from the main building. So the main building is like this, it's L shape, and you have like a shorter sort of roof structure here. If it looks too flat for you, you can make it a trellis. So you can have that like horizontal and vertical elements, like something like that. And then you can have like instead of two columns on either side, I think it would be better if you have like one column in the middle so that it doesn't look too sort of enclosed without it looks more open. Maybe you can add some design to the shading thing too. That would be your footing there. And you can like be here like that. Also, maybe you can add this element here onto your pathways. I think these are louvers. Maybe we can add it here so that it looks more coherent. Na even you repeat the same pattern or color here for your kiosk. And then, yeah, I think more na siya. I think the really issue here is that you made it the same height as your first floor when you can just make it shorter. Or na yung difference in elevation bitaw.
Okay.
Okay. Let me
Um,
stop sharing.
so sir, is this okay if like I use this type of rendering for finance because
Yeah, okay ra gyud siya. I really don't mind it. You
okay,
don't have to worry about it being grainy as long as I can tell the image, what the image is. You don't have to worry about it.
okay.
Let's see.
Thank you, sir.
Architectural rendering. Because the design will still kanang come out even if the rendering is simple. Okay? Sige. Good job. Next, we have on the list, um, calling again, Rhea Antequina. I don't think she's here. I don't think so. Next, we have Jean. I don't think she's here either. Wala pa siya. Okay. Followed by D. Patrick. D.
Good morning,
Patrick.
sir.
Okay, go ahead. Share your screen.
Okay, sir. Makita ra, sir.
Loading Kitana. Oh, okay. This is nice.
Okay, so this is my exterior, sir. I just went with a like rectilinear boxy form because I wanted to mimic what was existing the surroundings the site like SM,
Mm,
Bayfront, and some other like structures. I think there's a big hotel or office building there also more of boxy. So I just went with like a boxy form just to go match the site. And
mm,
then, so I provided some 3D isometric views to site because I think
nice.
it's easier to show what's going on there.
Mm,
Wait, how do I zoom in?
kana.
So, wait, this is the aerial view there, and then this is what you see sa 3D from it. So I tried to follow your advice, sir. Murag na I covered walkway sa entrance of the pit.
Mm,
This is facing the 12-meter access road of SM.
SM.
So yeah, they have like a covered and walkway to the build going to the building, and to the side here, it's a right side. Can you see? This is like a murag mini Sugbo Mercado-ish na yung mga
Nice. I'm really
concession
glad.
spaces.
I'm really glad Submo Mercado exists so we can use it as an example.
So yeah, there's like some food stalls and some seating areas like mga parks like that.
Mm,
And then so this is what you see, so 3D. This is here. And then I
mm,
have this is a likod sir with like the buses. So this is from the 30-meter road mo perspective.
mm.
So they
Can you
enter.
pause that here? Can you pause here? Who was that previous student? Janelle? Janelle, are you here?
Yes, sir.
So Monet, this is what I mean. You can change lower the roof of the what they call this, the terminal parking roof and the sidewalk roof. It really makes it. It really helps your building stand out if it's like on a lower level. Okay. Anyway, Marato. Continue.
Okay, sir. So yes, this is what you see, and then this is this roof here is our right side. This is for the feeder mode pick up.
Mm,
So I think nakita to the here it's here so like for mga taxis. And
mm,
then yes, this is like the arrival walkway going to the feeder here.
mm,
And then this is a staff parking here's a side sir, and then because the staff entry some I think it's somewhere I'll just show it's a plan later.
mm,
And then yes, I will go to the site plan. I'll just show na lang the with the ground floor sir kay murag I think it's better to explain kay makita ang mga
yeah.
ang parking sa buses. So for like the circulation, okay, I'll start with the pedestrians. So they enter along the 12-meter access road. So since people are coming from SM, so you just pass through here, and then sa right side, na ito mga open space and park, and then so I forgot lang to add mga arrows here. So kaya nagdali na to ko kaya I thought 8 a.m. ang deadline. But then
Ah,
from the
okay, okay.
arrival
You extended
from the
it.
arrival bay, kaya they can
Mm,
just diretso to the feeder bay and they can get like ride taxis or
mm,
yeah, they can just continue on with like their travel. And then the buses kaya they enter sa 30-meter road and they exit all the way to Kaohsiung Street, and I have like 10 bays for each arrival and departure. And I don't know why wala nakita ang parking space kayo here, but not a little bit of idle
Oh,
parking
should be.
space.
Yep.
And then there's like a mini house for the bus maintenance and bus staff.
Mm.
And then for the private vehicles, okay, they enter through the 12-meter access road for drop off, and also for the parking, they can enter here sa Caution Street, and then ang feeder kay nato sa Caution Street.
Mm.
So I try to separate all the circulations if pwede mag-conflict mga different cars. So nag-separate for buses, na-separate for feeder, na-separate for drop off, and then also for
Mm.
the parking stuff. And then I have like a blow up sa floor plan here sa building. So from the main entrance kay there's some e-tickets here and a little bit of seating area and some information center. An information center in case murag people get lost sa e-ticket, they don't really know what to do. You can just ask people here. And sa likod kay there's mga ATM machines and from information systems. And then here sa right side kay as a left side kay there's like a ticketing lane, like manual ticket counter with mga staff. And then I
Yep.
also like zoned all the staff spaces in one area here. So I have like all the offices and the um, CCTV control rooms and then some maintenance spaces and their toilets and I'll have a canteen and then a lounge room for like staff and
Oh yeah. Could you
reporters
show
also.
your toilet real quick? Kana. So everyone, as much as possible, try to lay out your toilets like this. Na on both the female and male side, and the toilet should be like adjacent, so next to each other, kind of mirror bitaw. Because I seen some toilets earlier, I forgot to comment. The toilet layout should be like this. Good job, Patrick. So you continue.
Yes, sir. And then sa center, I provided more escalator and kanang main stairway. The reason why I put escalator, sir, because I think it's faster in distributing the foot traffic sa terminal, transitioning from the ground to second floor. And then I also have an elevator for PWD. There is a middle.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also have mga public toilets here in the middle also. And then the lactating stations also. And then here's the upper side kay mga passenger waiting areas and the queuing lanes to the departure gate to the departure bay.
Okay.
And then also have concession spaces here's bottom right. And then for
Good.
the
Good.
second floor, it's all commercial. So I provided a food court because I think it's essential for like a terminal
Mm.
of food court. I think it's convenient for passengers just to eat and then maybe they can go
Yep.
depart after. And mostly concession spaces ang sir. And then ako lang bring up ang toilet and the elevators and the stairs also.
Good. So almost similar to like the hotel design bitaw.
Yes, sir. For the roof deck, sir, I provided like so I didn't put yet the utilities here like for the HVAC ng mga machines,
Okay na. Mm.
but also did not. Oh yeah, but I just showed now it can fit like mga water tanks and like that sa taas.
Mhm.
For elevations, I have like for the building lang like this
Mhm.
here, and I also have a site elevation like showing the entire site with like all those covered walkways together with the building. So this is like how it looks like. This is like the front elevation. This can be seen in the 12-meter road. On left, this is from Kaohsiung Street. This the right, this is from Radisson, but I don't think makita kaayo kay walay road dito. And then this
Tabunan
is
siya.
and this is the one in the 30-meter Serious Menu Road. And this is what you
Okay.
see. For the sections, sorry sir, wapay footing or any structural element.
Okay
And then
na.
this is mas mo ni makita. So I just shaded ang nakat. So this is like katong in the middle with the stairs and escalator. Na more skylight sa ibabaw like for natural lighting, and then
Mm.
there's a passenger waiting area here and then e-tickets. This is the entrance here with the covered walkway and then
Mm.
concession spaces on the top, and then morning arrival and departure bay makita from here.
Yep.
And then so this is the longitudinal section. So yeah, narang escalator here, sir, and then morning skylights ibabaw. And here's the ticketing lane and the office spaces in the below, and on top can I food court. Kaning rentable spaces for like mga katong mga dog or food kiosk with na yung mini kitchen inside, and then fire exit and roof deck spaces. and
Good,
the
good.
toilets and the roof deck space. The cathode and electrical, I forgot to show it. Forgot to explain the electrical and mechanical rooms are also here within the like murag core diri na
Yeah,
yeah
that's your
electrical
utility core.
yeah
Good.
yeah
Sige.
and I think that's about it. Yes, yeah, this is the last
Okay,
one.
good. Excellent. So I just have a few notes lang for the final. So
Okay, sir.
hopefully nag-share na ako screen. One thing that stood out to me is that I think having two skylights here might be a bit too much. Okay, bro, hayag na kayo ba niya? Init.
Oh, okay, sir.
So might be better to just make that one. I'll just color it in blue. One skylight here in the center, and then you can have the rest as just like ceiling and roof.
Oh, okay,
Maybe you
sir.
also need to show the roof, the ceiling material, or like just shade it black from it. You can tell that's the roof. And let's see. Let me see your facade again. Can you show your like oops facade? Yep. Kato sa perspective. To page one kana that one.
Kani, sir.
Kana
Or
yeah.
kani sa tip taas.
Di
Kani lang.
katong kana front area perspective. So I think um, you didn't want to have the same material go all throughout. That's why you have it a bit like asymmetrical. Kani siya na pair.
Asa nga part, sir.
Nag-share ko screen na?
Sorry, sir. Okay.
Yeah. So you can like, I'll just, yeah. So makita ko screen. So this part here,
Yes,
yeah, I think, is that what you were going for? Okay, you thought na it's one, a bit too boring.
yes, sir. And then I think that's also the staff spaces, sir. So murag weird
That's the staff
if
spaces.
porous glass, so I made it solid, no. And I think too much
Mm.
glass also is kind of like murag init na pod. So I might have to put murag
Mm.
some coatings glass.
So
So
staff area ni siya.
so kana lang sa ubos.
Yeah. Kani sa ubos staff area pod.
Ay sa taas, sir, kay food court na pero sa ubos ka ng smaller windows murag. I tried to blend in lang sa facade ang smaller windows pero those are staff
Yeah,
areas.
so kani mo staff area here. Okay, okay. Because I would have suggested to like maintain this whole facade so it doesn't look so one a bit simang. Since this is the staff area, maybe we could do something on this side. For some, you have this pattern, it kind of cuts off and then it's very kanang symmetrical but mo design.
Yeah,
Maybe
better
we
sir.
can also do what can we do here? I'll try to think of something. I can't think of something right now. Maybe we can make it symmetrical here. Or we could do, there's several options here. We could do like a ribbon window, like all throughout na lang, and ana, just to like, I don't know if mo agree ka na, because like, it lessens the windows, but it might make it too boring. Let's look at ribbon window facade. So very kanang 70s look. Again, Villa Savoy. Maybe you can make it look more modern like this. Or let's see, anything more terminal-ish. Maybe something like this, but this is like a U shape. Maybe even something like this. Depending on, I'll try to describe it better. Definitely not this. We don't want this because it looks too much of a box now. Something closer to this, or if you really want to go crazy, something like this for Muragkawan. Too much, or something like this. This one is a bit more tame, like large windows, small windows. This one is a bit too random with colors, but specifically for your building, I'm thinking something like this. It's more tame, or something like this. You can still have office spaces and have the glass there. And especially since on the ground floor lang, maybe you can put some curtains on the inside. I think it will help make your design look better. Let's see here. What other good examples do we have? Maybe Chicago school building. Chicago School, Miss Van der Rohe. Maybe something like this. Although that's maybe a bit too much glass, but this is just an idea of how you can treat your kind of facade because it's a rectilinear building. This view really reminds me of your building. Ang feature here is the kanang structure is like exposed. So these are beams on top, sort of carrying the weight of the roof here. So open image and new tab. And you can see the section. Wait, this one is like a better section. Open image and new tab. Open image. Oh wait, here. So yeah, these are just some suggestions how you can treat the facade. I would really suggest na wait, where did my thing go? Try to make the facade uniform all throughout, and then we'll worry about the privacy of the staff. Maybe next week or on Friday, we'll try to solve that. So I think it will make your building look better. So yeah, these are just some suggestions as how you can treat it. Like, think about it, like how can we treat the exterior facade? So this one really reminds me of your terminal, and I like the stairs up. Maybe we could also do a bit of stairs up here. Para,
There's actually stairs there, sir, but I think
nice
wala
stairs there.
makita. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Sige, that's all from me. Let me stop sharing. Okay. Next we have.
Thank you, sir. Wait, sir. So I will like change the facade, sir, katong.
Yeah, not right now. We'll discuss it like on Friday, siguro.
Okay, sir.
Just look for some inspirational stuff na tigma-inspired ka sa mo ang facade. And then we'll worry about implementing it on Friday lang. You don't need to change anything for the submission later.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Next I have on my list, si Antikina. Antikina Rhea. Oh wait, there she is. Rhea Claire. Yes. You can catch up. Sige, go ahead. Please share your screen. After Rhea, it's Lou Vanessa. We're a bit lagging behind, so just show me your tell me your concept and then show me your drawings, and then you don't need to walk me through all of the spaces because I'll do that sa canvas. Okay, I see your screen. Start with the site dev. So just tell me what your concept is.
So akong concept, sir, kay like pareha sa atong kanang sa atong design problem, which is sustainability. So it's more on passenger friendly concept, sir, and mas more on nag-focus sad siya sa accessibility sa buses and kanang for the private vehicles and taxis. And so mao ni akong site development, sir. So dirito akong Arabel Bay, and naasad siya access diri, sir, para sa main building, sir, if possible kung ang passengers gani, sir, nga naabot sa bus terminal nga kahayon ba siya or na siya iasa sa information or something nga na, sir. Nya kung here nga area, sir, mo ni, sir, ang for the maintenance sa bus, and dire na ko gi-place ang maintenance staff o maintenance nga all nga maintenance nga spaces, sir. Nga ang sa diri sa bus parking nga, which is wala gi-use sa mga wala pang ipang-use nga bus, so diri na ako gi-place, sir. So mong diri na ako gi-place ang akong mga bus parking, sir, mas dali gani siya under sa my departure bay, sir. And mo ni akong floor plan, sir. Ang main entrance ani, sir, kay naa dire sa in front sa Bay Hotel, and So ako nga anya so because kay mostly kay ano nga magkuha ang mga passengers kay kana nga mostly na kay manghihimang gyud sir or ingana for aron dili na sila manghihi for pan gani aron kanang kung hapit na ilahang sa ilahang biyahe. So akong mas padol sir ang ilahang passengers toilet comfort room gani sir. Mo ni sa female nga comfort room nya mo ni sa PWD para sa female nya mo ni sa male and mo sa ni ang male comfort room nya. Gipaduol lang sa nako sir ang ATM area for sa mga ATM area. So nakoy daghang nga location sa ATM area sir. The first one kay diri nga area and nagpaduol sa nako ang drinking
Yeah,
station.
okay na. You don't have to go through. Okay na, ayun na lang one by one ang spaces. Just like describe lang where is the concession, passenger space. Okay, I can tell it from here. Zoom out daw. Zoom out. So your passenger safety, okay. Let me see. Okay, second floor. What's going on to second floor?
Sa second floor sir kay ang diri nga area kay for staff rani sir kani mo ni ang canteen sa for staffs nga ilang resting area niya napad diri ang locker nya
Mhm.
nya dressed ang bali ang food court sa passenger nya ang concession space ani siya sir kani diri.
Okay. Ang columnation o panahuman, no?
Wala pa sir.
Okay. Just take note atong toilet na layout ipareha dito sa kay Patrick bitaw na i-mirror nimo ang what they call this.
So bali siya sir.
Yeah, mas maibali siya, and then I'll draw something for you sa canvas later on how you will put the PWD. So I don't think it's a good idea to have the PWD toilet outside the main toilets. You can combine it so within na siya the toilet. Okay, sayang kayong space. Okay, that looks good. Can we go to your elevations? Okay. So it's like kanang series of hip roof, mga different hip roofs.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then atong issue is how the gutter will be designed na dili siya leak into the building. So unsa may mong reasoning hip nimo siya?
Kay ang ato ang country gani sir kay tropical gani sir, and which is kadto sang gi-discuss sa during research nga time nga mas maayo nga ang type of roofing gani sir kay ingani gani sir kay for especially kung naay bagyo ingana maka withstand gani siya sir.
So yung gihip para sa rain. Pero ang question diri, I think mas maayo siya if usa na siya kadako na hip imbes ka nang daghan ng gagmay na hip bitaw kay moligi ang problema ang gutter bitaw. Kana siya kanang asa mga hip bitaw mag-meet. Ako na i-highlight diri. Masangit yun ang tubig diha. Okay. So I'll just note this in Canvas. Can you go to your section? So it's a good start. Good start siya. We just need to develop it further. Section here again, i-show na to ang mga footing sa final. Okay. Sige, I get it. And then naka-perspective.
Sir.
Okay, so
ano lang siya, sir? Mura na akong na-provide nga perspective.
Okay ra siya. It's a good start. We might be able to edit the roof a bit. Napamantay ko 2 weeks. Yeah, about 2 weeks. We'll edit the roof a bit. Ang issue ani pod is what do you call this? Site dev. Maybe we could be a bit more efficient sa parking, sa buses. Pero ako lang note sa Canvas.
Okay, sir.
So good start ani, padayan lang sa, and then maybe we can meet again sa Friday. Maybe around 9 na ako schedule nimo.
Sorry.
Join sa 8.
Sir.
9 na tiga ending Friday and we'll discuss it further, okay?
Yes, sir.
There's a
Thank you,
bit of
sir.
update to be done for. I think we can still do it. Napatay 2 weeks. Okay, good. Next, we have Vanessa Lu.
Hi, sir.
Sige, go ahead.
Okay. Oh, wait, sorry. Okay.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes, you can
So,
see it.
sir, I'm just gonna say that my perspective and like exterior is not really developed yet.
Mm,
Yeah, but I'll just get into that later on. So basically, like this is my site dev, and like I just pointed out on like for the accessibility, it's the one-way flow of traffic. So it's like one entrance and one exit for all vehicles, and then pedestrian lanes are also provided inside the property line. So they can like yeah, and then for future expansions, like I did what you mentioned, like I made this portion here, the spacing 3.5 meters. So in the future, they can just turn that into a bus lot. And then I
mhm,
have my green spaces for future expansions as well. And then for multimodal, I have like for taxi lane and then the PUJ lane. And then also, yeah, and then to ensure a conflict-free circulation, I separated my bus entrance and then the private vehicle entrances. And then for passenger safety, I have like the bus spacings, and then the pedestrian lanes. I have like the raised platforms here, ramp or like raised pedestrian lanes rather. And then for the
mm,
universal design, I have the PW friendly. I have like a space for the PWD parkings and the ramps. And then for the tactile blocks, I don't have the details yet, and I have yet to add them. But my sidewalks are 3 meters wide, so definitely I'll have them placed in the sidewalks. And then for
mhm.
my sustainable design, for now, it's still like I haven't really figured out what I want for my exterior. So for now, I just have the solar lighting. So I'll probably have some solar panels on the roof and then the green open spaces.
Sige.
So for my floor plan, this is like the ground floor plan. So basically, this is my departure building and the arrival building. They are just similar,
Mhm.
except that the arrival building does not have the ticket area. And
Mm.
yeah, so I took
Yeah, they
out
don't need to.
the yeah, I took out the elevator because I think it's too much now since I have already escalators.
Mm.
Yeah, like what you mentioned last time, like it's too much to have the elevator. But I, I don't know, sir. I think I kind of wanted to have the elevator for the PWD. So I'm still debating on that, like if I
Mm.
should pursue. But my problem is like initially I had my elevator place here, like where I had my clinic area. But
Mhm.
then for my upper ground floor, the block that's stacked on top, if
Mm.
I make it like by this column here, it's gonna be so wide, and I don't need that much space. Like there's so
Mm.
much empty spaces, so I think I'm not so sure yet. But I can always move my elevator somewhere else. So I
Yeah.
think,
Yeah.
mm,
If we want the PWD to go to the second floor or the upper ground, if there are spaces that they really need to get to, we can put the elevator. But if it's just more concession space, Mark, I don't think they need to go there. There's concession space maput sa
yeah,
ground floor, di ba?
yeah, true, true. Yeah,
Mm.
okay,
So, yep.
okay, yeah. So yeah, this is what my second floor looks like. So it's just like a cafeteria style.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's just like that. And then I have like in the middle, I place my admin here so they can kind of overlook what's going on with the
Yes.
flow here. So just basically that. And then I added the food kiosk, yeah, food stalls at the side here. Yeah, so it's not super developed, sir. I'm so sorry. Like, I
Okay,
really,
no, no,
I
it's preliminary.
really, I'm really having a hard time, like, configuring what I want as my design. Okay, so
Mm.
yeah, so I don't think I'll really get into the section and elevation since dili pa kayo makita akong like
This na siya
design.
start. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm kind of like nervous. But okay. So basically, this is what it looks like right now. So
Mm-hmm.
initially, I wanted to go for something like this, but
Mm.
then it kind of looks so rigid, like like I wanted, yeah, like the surroundings are very rectilinear, and I didn't really want to go into curvilinear. In like, I'm not so sure yet where what I want to like see, like where this is going. But basically, this is what I had initially. Like I
Mm.
have like some steel framing works here that goes like this one goes like this one goes like around below, so it's like there's something to see also as the bus enters,
Underneath. Uh-huh.
and then it kind of like elongates, it connects here then downwards, like something like that.
Mm.
But then like I don't know, I think it's too rigid, like it almost looks like a military camp or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
Just
yeah,
like
so
the games I play and I'm military movie.
yeah.
Anyway, I have some suggestions for that. Let me
I,
share my screen.
okay.
Okay, it's a
Wait,
good start.
wait, sir, can I
Uh,
share something first?
Ana pa? Oh, sige, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. So this one is like the escalator. So I'm planning to have this like in a skylight here. So it's like there's like windows here, and then
This
it is,
actually looks less military because you have the
yeah.
skylight.
So like for this, I went for a curvilinear kind of like for the roof, but then I really wanted to go for something like this, like kind of like shells over this part. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm having a hard time like doing it in Revit. Like this
Mm.
is my plan good at first, and then I have like this material like pina triangle na butterfly.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's my plan, like with the triangles and all. But I don't know. I'm still like configuring how to do it in Revit. Yeah, and then like
Yeah, maybe we can talk to. I think that was Christine. Are you still here? Was that your design, Christine po?
Sir, what, sir?
Imo atong design and I curve na roof, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, maybe we can ask you to help Vanessa here.
Yeah, message me usually, yes, sir.
Yeah, that will add to your class participation if you like help each other. So okay ra gyud nako.
And then
Um,
and then I also plan like to put like an atrium here, like instead of making my like form or like my floor plan uh, like this, maybe I could like
hmm.
make it like that, like something oval, and then it's like a skylight that looks like something like that. Yeah, I'm
Okay, good. Oh,
not so sure good right now, sir.
yeah.
Because like
Maybe if like we
I
learn how to do the roof.
Because I feel like my floor plan is already too rigid, so I really wanted to do something freeform, but it's so long, like the span is so long that I'm
Hmm.
having a hard time, like looks too rigid lang. So,
Yeah.
let's just say,
Okay.
that's
Okay.
my
Now
dilemma
rigid
right
is
now.
fine because it's a bus terminal. I think it also makes it a bit kanang what you call this. I guess what's the word I'm trying to find? It's like efficient because like that's like the look of the bus terminal. Where's my mouse? Yeah, you can go for like a curved roof somewhere here, or you can do what they call this, like a soft tooth kind of thing here. So that could be one way. And then I think my only suggestion would be to have this section here look different from this section here. So these can be like two arms. So this is your second element. Basically, these are your main elements. And then the sort of upper floor can be like a complement to whatever you're designing here. So I think first you need to decide what you want to do with these arms here, the arrival and departure base. And then once you finalize this, you look at what you're going to do here sa upper floor. Um, there isn't really much examples. You showed me one Pinterest na image earlier. I can't remember where that. Atong mugawas ni siya, ang source
Oh,
ani.
yeah, I think it was in Messenger, sir.
Yeah, I think we should look for that. Wait, hang on. Do, 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 do. let's see. So many Vanessas here.
Or it's double N, sir.
That's a double N. Okay.
Yeah. And then one
Uh,
S.
one S. Okay, there we go. This one. So yeah, notice how the ground floor is, and it also one arm lang. Just simple like flat roof, and the columns are also V, but no glass material or like covering materials, all open. And then the second floor is a lot smaller. Siya, like let me draw this proportionally. Oops, proportionally, this element here, like we draw red, it's only that big. It's kind of like half the size of the terminal arm. I'll just call it the terminal. So the terminal arm, it's like this big. It's wider. So if I draw it in section, the upper floor looks like almost like a square, and the ground floor looks more like a rectangle. And I think the thing that is making it really rigid is the extended trellis and the fact that you have two arms on either end. So I think a good way to make it less rigid would be to like really clearly define or like differentiate the arms like this. And maybe we don't even need the trellis, just leave it open. Okay, so there's really like too much going on there. And then you have like reduce lang yun the volume of the on the ground, the upper floor. So you can have like that difference in scale. I think that will help it look less rigid. Let's see, where'd your screen go? That's over there. But yeah, we'll give me some more like views, and I'll try to like draw over it and see what we can do to make it less rigid, and also experiment with as a curve na roof, and we'll decide maybe by Friday or Monday next week now which one is the one to go for.
Sige, sir. I'll consult again on Friday. I'll try to work on it today.
Yeah, no problem. The ones you showed me is already good for preliminaries. You don't need to worry about the submission. Right, it's really okay na roughs here.
Mhm. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Next we have Manasi Antequina. Next we have Oano Beatriz. Is Oano Beatriz here? Oops.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Please share your screen. Si Jean, wala ba si Gina? Okay, that's si Jean here. Okay. Do.
Kita, sir.
Loading. Okay, now I can see it. Sige.
So, karang akong roof, sir, kay murag rough pa, sir, wala pa ako ka-finalize. What I had only finalized, sir, kay ang form pa. I mean, ang layout, eh. So,
Okay.
based sa katong schematics akong gibuhat for last meeting, sir, kanang naman to yung murag sayop, sir, regarding the exit sa 30 meters na road. That murag maglisod og kanang liko ang mo exit. Because there was a barrier here in the middle.
Yeah.
So,
So one way rin siya.
so what I did, sir, kay like entry ra siya, sir. Going from here, going here sa 30 meters na road. Ari siya muliko. Pero nag-add ko sir kanang exit, sir, para sa may bus gani, sir, na mga sa south. Okay, anyway, sorry, naghang. Okay, anyway, sir, kanang ang bus nga padong sa south kay diri man nga direction padong, so di siya kailangan mo cross a barrier. And also this is my building footprint, and ako nang gilose ang taxi parking over here, which was in my schematics last submission. And with lang, sir, naghang.
Okay.
And this is the internal layout. Same gihapon siyang approach, sir. But kuan na siya, sir, kanang reduce na ko ang interior nga space, ang carrying nga space kay open na siya sa outside ang foyer of ang lobby, and the interior will only be lounging area and the departure, arrival, and the employees areas back of the house, sir.
Okay, sige. Next.
And this is the second floor. Canteen siya, sir, sa employees. Yeah, I added concession space for the passengers here, also here, and open to below. And like kuan, sir, pareha ni Lou, sir, I'm having a hard time reducing the um, volume of the upper floor
Hmm.
as well as make it look better.
Oh, it looks good in elevation. Hmm.
Ko-answer ka nang my concept is like to make it like a pavilion almost.
Hmm.
So like I want to make it look light lang.
Hmm.
Pero di pa siya final, sir, akong roof and form. I just
Hmm.
di pa siya final, sir.
Okay, okay.
It's
So I
just
get what
rough.
you're trying to do. Murag ka ng, what's it called this? It reminds me of that one airport. So yeah. So making it look like an airport really makes it look better because it doesn't look like a warehouse anymore. Um, Maybe here, same with exposed columns, you can make the columns a bit smaller. It's
Okay,
just
sir.
supporting the roof, so it probably help make it look better. Let me see. Nalang ko yung notes sa site dev, so you can go back to the site dev. Okay, kana. So maybe you got the right direction now of the road. Let me share my screen. Um, but hopefully this won't like change your design so much. This will be for the final na.
Yes, sir.
Okay, here. So I think it would be better if your like buses go through here like this, and then you would have your parking like this way. Yan na, lalim mo parking, and then you have all of this other space here for like expansion or like new facilities. Or currently, you can just make it a garden, and you can just like develop it into like outdoor subo mercado thing or something. But I think this is a really a more efficient use of space rather than having like an entrance here, an entrance here, an entrance here. So just make it one entrance and make it like this, like mirror lang ning parking area here, because you can get all of this space back.
Yes, sir.
What we're going to do with that space, we'll decide that it's either a Friday or on Monday. Probably most likely Friday. We'll just have a consultation there. And then Simong Park here, since your building has this angle, I think it would be a good idea to have the park also mirror your building. And then you can have like a more dynamic sort of a pattern siguro Simong sidewalk or whatever. And then maybe here you can repeat the pattern again. So it looks more connected without park area of building. Something
Okay,
like that.
sir.
And then here, yeah, we'll decide this on Friday, but this is just my suggestion to final. Okay, this is waste for me, wasting too much space na ang kanina setup. Okay, looks
Okay,
too
sir.
much like an airport na. Okay, that's it for the perspective. We'll work on it on Friday. It's a good start. We'll figure out how to make it light and how to connect the walls to the roof.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, sige. Good job. Next, we have Mondaris Shania. I finally pronounced that right after like almost the whole sem of mispronouncing it. Mondaris is Mondaris here. Ay, Murguas here. Okay, maybe she'll catch up later. I'll just undo this. Next, we have Montalban.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, go ahead. Please share your screen. Oh, not as Jean. Jean, you'll go next.
Okay.
Okay.
Makita na, sir.
Oh, looks good. I like
Um,
the one, the patterns on the garden.
um,
Okay.
at isa siya mag-start sa pan, sir. Ang akong kanang concept for this, sir, kay more on people-centric na design. Kaya I was inspired na
Mm.
katong first discussion na to, sir, na to look outside the site. Because I
Mhm.
observed na surrounding the site is more hotels than from my kanang idea lang guys, sir, na for the guests,
Mm.
kay na guys, lain kasuruyan aside from staying in the hotel na dool. na
Mm.
especially na kanang I'm gonna next answer na
Mhm.
especially na ang bayfront dol sa siya sir, so guests can go to the kanang concert. And honestly sir kay wala na ko na provide ang site dev sa submission sir kay na problem pagkatong make na ko sa roof sir pa, so I will discuss it later lang sir. So what
Oh,
will
yeah, yeah.
I plan sa
I
concert?
extended the submission to 11 p.m. tonight.
Okay sir, and then for my kanang concert, like I tried to kanang arrange the buses na kanang last na ang occupy niya na pavement sir, so that
Mm.
kanang I was focusing on the people's na kanang experience. Then for my concert kay it was almost 50% for the bus terminal and 50% for the garden space. So
Mhm.
in the bus terminal sir, I tried to separate the departure and arrival bus bay kay I was kanang ako experience ako na good sir. Share ko lang. Katit lang sir.
Sige, okay na.
Okay. Katong na time sir kay first time mo gud na mo na kanang nagsakay bus sir. So may alawag sir ba na mo to like pag abot mo sa bus ka, umi ka ba asa, especially sa South Bus Terminal na wala, honestly lang, wala siya guide
Mm.
sir ba na. Mo to
Sige, libog
na-confuse
yun.
me. Na-confuse me asa ang departure arrival sir mo to ni diretso mi dito na. I thought na kanang departure to sir arrival dai mo to nagtagbo mi dito sir. Mo to
That's
I tried na incorporate na separate na lang dito sir to avoid confusion to the kaan. Then I
mm.
kanang located the arrival here sir para dollar po siya sa SM kay straight ra here
Mm.
under yung SM na park. Then for the departure sir kay I was kanang allocated here kay para kanang nag-asa ko sa kanang user sa kanang Northbus Terminal sir ba kay naman day times sa kanang sayo sila mo to dito kay especially na traffic.
Mm.
So sayo na in some cases na wala pa available na bus for them. So to have ang kanang murag entertainment tagay sir kay pwede sila mo access sa park food sir. So mo na ang very nakagalicated
Mm.
ang departures sir. Then for my kanang wait for my park design sir kay kanang I intended na kanang pina-European guys style sir. Kanang na siya kanang dagag kanang concept of in order to have a great view from the
Mm.
kanang Bay Hotel sir. So mo na like
That's
I
a
I
good
create
location. Oh. Mm.
mm, that's why I created a kuan kanang pattern lang sir para nice view sa siya aside from the kanang landscaping and then
Mm.
ay kanang kan vegetation. Then in order to have a active kanang park space sir kay I created around 6 man ata ni ka activities 6 spaces. Then ay, hello, ay nadungog ako sir.
Dungog na. Yep, no problem.
Okay.
Sorry, nag-reply lang ko, Gene.
Okay, sir. Then, for my concert kay ang spaces na akong provide is pavilion. Then, the next is the art showcase. So, for the art showcase, sir, I was kanang planning na kanang, I observe magud sir na kanang ang mga local performers na kanang dili kay lado sir, like ganahan lang mo play para mo showcase silang talent kay wala sila enough space. So, that's why I
Mm.
got the idea na mo provide sa art showcase in the park. Especially na pwede sila maka-entertain for some guests in the kanang hotel the surrounding the site. Then the third space will be the alfresco and food kiosk. Kaya I was inspired also for the kanang supermercado. Then the
Mm.
central part will be the fountain kay para highlight kali siya sa kanang
Yep.
highlight there. Then and also sa ethic consideration of the kanang na may times na passengers or kanang mga tao sa mall kay pwede sila there, so they have entertainment such as the playground and waterscapes sir. And also kanang a place where kanang ganahan lang mag-standby sa kanang parks sir.
Yep, 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 yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
So far sir.
So far, so good. Sige. So let's leave it here. Good start. Do you have a perspective again? Can I see the perspective real quick? Okay, I got it. Okay, good. So I like how simple it is. It's actually a good thing. You keep it simple because then we can like really go into the nitty gritty of like how they use the building. So show your site dev again.
Um,
Just some notes on.
okay.
Yeah,
Kuan siya kanang ground floor na lang siya sir kaya kung site dev sir kay na problem sa kung file sir pa.
yeah, yeah. Okay, lah. This will work. This will work.
Okay, sir.
You can submit a site dev later. So let me share my screen here. So ang number one yun na ko na find out recently na magamit nato sa tuang bus terminal design is I really need to go for angled parking. The 90-degree parking isn't recommended. According to that one architect I talked to, sa basically the father of one of our students na nakahimo na sa bus terminal, ang preferred yun sa bus terminal clients is usually angled parking. So you can, I'll change this to red. Try to make this angled na lang like that.
Okay, sir.
And then I think you only need 4 meters extra here. So the road will be like this. And then you have a U-turn slot like that. And then this will be angled like this. And that. And then you can have more sort of a park space or green space here in the middle. Okay. Next, everything else here looks good. I would just try to make this a bit more kanang arranged here where you don't have this like L shape. Try to make it like more
Okay.
straight here. Spaces, and also the same thing here. I think this is good now on this side because this part here is like an open area, diba? Like lobby, something.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, ang imong park, I appreciate the pattern here. Bro, I think it looks a bit too random. So my suggestion
Okay.
is to divide it into 3 and just start with squares lang. So you have a 1 square here, you divide it into 4. You have another square here, you divide it into 4. And another square, you divide it into 4. And then you start putting in your circle. So if that's the end of the square, you can put your circle here. And then here, if you don't want to put a circle like this, you can just use this as guidelines. And then in blue, you can like create your kind of actual pattern. So maybe you want the half circle, maybe you can have the half circle like this, 2 half circles here, or like something like that. I would really suggest like repeating the same pattern so it looks more organic. So my example here is a Taj Mahal. It's just a series of squares and then like smaller squares in the center. The reason why it looks a bit kanang where's the thing? Looks a bit random here because I don't think you use like a grid line or like a guideline. You just did like 1 circle and then just moved it around, I think.
Yes,
It's a
sir.
good start. It's a good start. I really appreciate that the garden is very big and it's on the bayfront side. That's very logical. Okay, this is like where a lot of people will be viewing. Also, Radisson will be here, and then you can really show off your garden pattern here. So I think the reason it's kind of a bit wonky is like it's too complicated. Just try to simplify it. And then finally, on playground, you don't need to have actually the playground set. You can have like something like this, like just like seating area with some running water features. I think the fact that it's like kanang square put will really help your building. So my idea is that your building is square, your garden should be square, and then your like little seating area should also be square. So like repeating pattern without really makes it like more coherent. I'll give you the link to this like design here. So you can use that. And then yeah, the only thing here na murag simang ani na design is this very huge overhang, but ignore that. Atong focus is the water feature that you can put into your design.
Yes, I provided a waterscape na yeah, sir, but I will try to lang change
Yeah.
lang, sir.
Yeah, your water features are also circular man po, diba, on the lower side.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there. So maybe a bit more. I really suggest to make it more kanang cube or like
Okay.
squares rather than circles, because your building is also square. It makes for an interesting kanang pattern, but I think it will look better with the square. But you can do that on Friday na. We'll like discuss how to make the pattern. The more important thing is to change your parking into angled parking and not the 90 degrees. Maybe I would suggest either 30 or 60-degree parking. Just follow the direction of your flow, and then you can open up the center for like a island na ay kuan, grass or like unpaved surface area.
Okay.
Okay, good. Next, I think I'll just go through Jean's really quickly. She doesn't have a mic kaya na siya sa public area. Let's see. Where's my? Okay, there we go. Wala si Shania. So Montalban, Emmanuel is check. So I'll go through Jean's work over here. Am I sharing my screen? I'm not sharing my screen. So I'll just use Canvas here. The Golisa, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Here. So for the rest, for everyone, I'll like go through your canvas as well later today. Let's see here. Okay, so this is the site dev park here, parking. Okay, this looks good. So again, a note to everyone, just like make your like parking area simple, especially katong some of you who have like multiple entrances. One entrance, one exit is really like the best way to go. Let's look at the floor plans. Okay. Also, PNG submissions are very much appreciated because it loads a lot faster and it helped me with checking. So you have two bays here for arrival and departure. This is what I mean by putting chairs in the waiting area, even if it's like for the final na ba, like just put it there so that I know those are like seating areas and it's gonna, so it won't look so empty in your final submissions. This one looks good. Okay, and then the second floor is the concession spaces are located on the second floor, so passenger circulation. Okay, good. Sitting areas are also provided. Yes. I think my only question is, what are these? I'll lower my brush thickness. Brush thickness. How do I change? Here. There. What are these? What are these? I don't know what I think they're. Yeah, I really don't know. Lighting? Maybe lighting? I'm not sure. Blow up plans. It's hard to read the text, so this is fine. Good. So if you ever feel like your text is hard to read, you can really provide blow up plans. Really no problem. Just an extra page is fine. The elevation here looks good. I think for the Friday meeting nato or like Monday, we'll like create a detail here for the gutters. Gutters here. That's a really main issue with this type of design. Looks good. Sections. And like it looks like the na inspire ang other nato na student with like the roof here. Okay, good na we can I wouldn't say copy but be inspired by each other's works. Oh, the detail is here for the gutter. Nice. I was just like looking for that. Let's see. The pipes in the center here. Okay, I think that will work. Yeah, we can just do like an official drawing for this final submission. So for me, okay, we inspire each other. That's the whole purpose of the class, for us to collaborate. And like, if you feel like someone is copying your work, don't feel bad, okay? That won't be a point against you. Actually, feel flattered that someone copied your work. They thought it was a good design. But yeah, okay. Let's see sections over here. Oh, we already did the sections perspective. I think this is where I can give the most suggestions. Okay. See, I see where the columns are going, but I don't see where they're attached. But this is a good thing here. My only note here is this sort of waiting area looks too square. Maybe we can make it a bit angular too, to like fit the setting, maybe something like that. Might be too dynamic, or like maybe we can invert it, something like that. I think inverting it will make it look better. Help it fit into the place. Yan na. Okay, medyo simang siya. Now you have the angled supports here. But I think just making the whole like waiting structure angled is fine. We can really do it with today's like technology. It won't be a problem get like angled roof. Okay, that looks good. Just make this structure angled as well. So really, my design philosophy is like, it's just repeat the elements. If you have like a main motif in your design, repeat it all throughout the building. For me, it will really make the building look more coherent and like visually appealing as well. So it's like structurally it works, functionally you're providing the waiting spaces, and of course it also looks good. Next, let's see here. Okay, I think that's the same image I clicked. Let's look at the isometric view. Okay, so this looks good. Let me see. So they changed the spacing of the trees. That was my suggestion last time. Roofing here, okay. Yeah, this looks really good. Maybe the only thing I would suggest is maybe we can add some more patterns here. It looks a bit bare. And here it's fine. It's only this part look a bit bare, and maybe somewhere here put to make further develop that. So just really combine, make everything combine or like cohesive. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, we don't really need a covered walkway here. Maybe add some trees on this area just to make it look more complete. Trees over here. It's a bit more landscaping because it looks a bit too bare. Also here. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Just like add some patterns and additional trees at the rear. That's pretty much it for Gene. Overall, very good work. Okay. It's inverted on the other side, sir. Okay. We'll discuss that on Friday, but overall, very good work. Let's see. Next on my list is Mondares. Is Mondares here? Russ, yes, go ahead.
Excuse me, sir. Kanang murag na skip ko nimo, sir.
Yeah, I have a feeling I did that. Let's see. Talban. Wait, let me share my screen. Let's see. Did I Yeah, I accidentally like wrote it. I read it. Okay, never mind. Sorry about that. Okay. So Russ, you go ahead. No, highlight na ako by accident.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Nakita.
Yep, kita na.
So, wala akong site development, sir. So, akong sunod ang imong gi-suggest, sir, nga ang front sa building is diri dapit sa Sergio Osmania. And then gibutan na lang pud nako diri ang depth of area, sir. Kay katong purpose nako, sir, kay para ma-develop more diri ang part kay plain ramang good dito as sa existing nga site. And then nag-add pud ko diri og parking area for staff diri sa Kaohsiung Street. Then dili siya mo exit. Then ang bus flow is katong pa-L siya, sir. Kay
Yep.
katong yagi kay katong pa zigzag man to, sir. So diri ang arrival bay, then bus parking or standby area. Then diri siya mo exit. Then mo ani akong main building, sir, kani. Diri sa floor. So naay open space sa tunga, sir, para kuan guro ang i-develop nako, sir, para indoor garden ana. Then diri siya musulod. Then diri ticketing area na dayon diri sir. Then diri ang staff canteen. So more on commercial spaces ang nasa ubos, sir. And naay mga katong staff area, pero more gibutang nako siya sa second floor, which is diri ang part. So ang second floor lang nako, sir, kay diri ara nga part. So
Okay, good.
So naa diri ako mga tong staff area. Then wala ko kabalon sa ni, sir, basin retail spaces na lang nako, sir, or stuff for future expansions siya, sir. Then
Okay.
elevation nara, sir, ang elevation. Not sure pa ko sa roof, sir, pero ako lang siyang gi-proof.
Shed lang.
Shed roof. Then flat roof na dayon ang uban, sir. And maurato
Section perspective. Okay, let's look at your perspective.
perspective.
Okay, is there one kanang the whole site and the one the next one?
Na siya sa nakani, sir.
Okay. Okay, maybe we can make it like hip roof instead of the flat roof. Okay, it seems like very wide siya na flat roof. Yeah,
I-proof na lang ang anong dire nga sir.
yeah, maybe hip na siya. Yeah. So let's go to your site dev again. Okay. So very good na in the site dev. Okay, let me do. So we can do the same thing we saw in like an earlier work. I think that was Patrick's. Share now. I think Patrick's has a very good like sense of proportion. You change the elevation of the roofs buses and the roofs of building, it really makes it like stand out. So currently, I took off my glasses. Currently, naka-open park there. So this will be your main building like this. I don't know why you removed the corner here. I think you just wanted to emphasize some winning entrance.
Oh sir, then if i-box magud ka siya sir kay dako rag space diri ang part sir ba?
Sa
Wala ko
corner,
kabalan.
dire.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. So your building shape is kanang like this. Okay. I'll just like estimate it like that. So you have like your higher second floor here. So I
Yes.
imagine like so I'll just like do a quick sketch here. So that's your second floor there. You have like a shed roof here. And then your sort of ground floor here could also maybe be a shed, like sa side view, or like a shed man siya padung diya, di ba? Pasulod. Yeah, kani siya maybe pasulod po din siya. Wait, how will that look sa elevation? So elevation. So it looks like a flat roof here. And then because it's shed, it has an angle. Maybe you can do like some parapets here. Or maana la siya. Or you could also do na what do you call this? This can be clean. You can show some like vertical elements here, maybe framing some glasses, like a glass structure or your windows, or you're also like structural good, maybe something like that. And then in perspective, let me just make it in blue. Or di ka siya flat and awon. Hip might be okay. Let me just check. Hip ngon ana. And then hip na po diri. If you're gonna start introducing hip, just make maybe hip for the whole thing. Maybe not. Let's see. Elevation wise, flat really looks good. Maybe we can use like parapets para ma-hide ang hip. So like for example, your hip roof is like this. And we can cover it with a parapet like that para ma-maintain niya po ng forms ng building. Also, nan mo kay roof eaves, no?
Yes,
Roof
sir.
eaves here. Okay, so just maintain the roof eaves there. And then when you get to your bus, the bus terminal roof would also be a bit lower. So naka 3 levels. You have the ground floor roof here, you have the second floor roof here, and then your bus terminal roof would be here. And then yeah, you have your columnation here. So the bus roof will probably be like this. You don't need to shelter the whole bus, just shelter the part na asa mo sud ang tao. So you have some like difference in elevation. So like from looking at this side, you will have the bus roof like this, and then your building roof like that going around, and then your second floor roof like that. So we're gonna, and I'm gonna change an elevation that will help make it look less kind of blocky. Okay, I think that's my only suggestion. Everything else is looking good. Okay. Oh,
Okay.
maybe also kaning park can be having like some kind of pattern. Something.
Necessary ba sir nga dapat na po'y ano yun? Kanang pathway pod nga ma-access diri adapit sa 12 meter, sir?
Yeah, I think also that's very important because a lot of traffic coming in here. Like you saw in the video, people walk from SM going to the terminal. So maybe there should be some kind of path here, put like a sidewalk, pedestrian lane that will connect your building to SM. That'll make it better. Currently, it's still okay. Nganani lang, pero having the extra pathway here will make it even better than okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Sige. Okay. Sorry for like going away. I accidentally highlighted your name. Mondares, Shania, are you here? Mondares. Okay, wala. Next, J Galeon. J Galeon. Let me see. Wala si J. Um, De La Peña. I think De La Peña is here. There she is.
Here, sir.
Go ahead and share your screen.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Oof. Hang on, I'm just gonna get a glass of water.
Ah, okay, sir.
Let me try. Be right back. Oh. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Sige.
Um, I'll start na, sir.
Yep.
Uh, so my concept for this design is kanang sustainability. Sustainability in a sense that I'll use lesser energy through using lesser air conditioning inside the terminal building. So with that in mind, I applied a Filipino modern um, architecture look para I can apply the concept to use like as much as possible to use natural ventilation. So here are my kanang exterior perspective. So this is the perspective katong sa part nako sa open park. Here also is my perspective sa open park going to the main building. Here is like an aerial view of the overall site. Then here kay I think this is my entrance from the SM side. Then so for kanang my plans here kay um I still have to change my ganang toilet as what you have commented regarding sa mga previous nga
Mhm.
presentation. So I have here my foyer from the SM side, and also I have here my drop-off area from the Serious Mania side. And I've divided my building into two. I not really divide, but like divide in a sense, but closer to each other gihapon.
Mm.
So my wing area, I have two wing areas. So I have first here is my departure wing area, wing wait or slash waiting area. So I also provided here like concession spaces, but on the second floor, on my departure wing area, I've provided here like my public canteen, and also I provided like an elevator for the PWD to have access towards this kanang area. And
Mhm.
then if magwonder ka sir kanang dili ni siya dako sir, narang ni siya murag accent sa column, but ang kadako na
Muna
ning
nila ko
column
siya.
yes sir. I kanang kuan man gud siya sir, ako siyang gi-compress, that's why dili kay siya clear. So
Mm.
dili siya ma-define, but surrounding this sir kay mao gyud ni siyang size sa column, then na siya murag um accents nga murag wood, like this part sa
Okay.
interior. Why it looks big sa plants,
Mm.
but yeah, same ra na sila size. And then for my arrival wing area kanang at first sir, I've my initial plan was to have the second floor of this area to be like masyag site kanang viewing deck, but then I realized nga I already have like for people to um
View.
murag oh yeah, view and to have their entertainment around this part, the outdoor park. So maybe putting the side view deck would be too much. So I've decided to like make this area, this arrival wing to be one story lang. para sa to make it even sa perspective. So
Yeah, we'll make it look interesting.
here, so my para mo stand out ako ang main nga building. Then for my front elevation, I'm not really sure, sir, like kanang to provide only the building or like appeal na sad ang mga trees and all the existing elements aside. So that's why I've kanang provided na lang my site elevations. So here's my front elevation. So the usual thing that I will be using since I material, since I mentioned that I will be using a Filipino murag modern look. So I've placed here like kanang mga field stones, then wood, then I will be using like long span roofing for the roof. And then for innovation, sir, kaya I've decided to go with this kanang piezoelectric flooring. So it is a technology kanang with a wide range of applications. So that is slowly being adopted in the race to develop alternative energy sources. So this could really add to my concept of sustainability, since
Mhm.
kanang every pressure like a person or a car is inducing towards this kanang road or like pavement, kay it would create like the mechanical energy would be stored into something like lithium
Charge,
batteries.
yeah.
Yes, then mo convert siya into electricity that could really light up or like use as energy to power the entire building. Then this concept, circa, is already has been applied to many civil works, especially on road networks,
Mm.
so train stations and even supermarket where heavy foot traffic and constant vehicular load is experienced. So one example of which is the Tokyo railway station. So they installed a piezoelectric floor that uses kinetic energy to generate 1,400 kilowatts of energy per day. So that's enough to power ticket gates and displays. Yeah. In Toulouse, also, sir, in France, they recently became the first city to put pressure-sensitive piezoelectric modules on the sidewalks, and that could generate enough energy to power the street lamps. So I think that would really help, since terminal is where like heavy foot traffic good and also kanang vehicular traffic is experienced.
Hmm. That makes sense.
So for my longitudinal section, so it is really just so simple, sir. So here's like the section view. So at this part, this is where my departure wing is, kanang
Mm.
waiting area. So the second floor, this is where my public canteen. Here are the offices. So I've separated it from the entire kanang public spaces. So the reason why I've placed my public canteen area at the top, because on the first floor, kanang people are like usually kanang murag go in and out of the building, then maybe having it on the first floor ang katong eating areas would be samok na, sir, kay and really awkward because while you're eating there's a lot of people like passing by.
Yep, yep. Sige, okay.
And I think that's all, sir.
Okay, good. Let's see here. Can you go to your perspective with the aerial perspective, maybe?
This one, sir.
Do you have a perspective na makita ang whole site? Wala.
Wala, sir, but wala, sir.
Site
I'll
dev lang
have
sa.
to open pa my Revit.
No problem. Okay,
Site
site dev
dev,
lang
sir.
sa.
Okay.
Okay, like that. Hang on. Let's see here. Let me just take a snip of that. So let me share my screen. Share now. Let me pin this. Where is it? This is mine. This is my screen. Can you keep sharing your screen, Rona?
Sorry, sir.
Okay. Okay, just like put it back. Anyway, so Kanisha, this looks good. You have your main building here, and you have your like smaller buildings around here. And just color it in blue. Excuse me. So for the most part, I don't really have a lot of suggestions. Already pretty clean. The thing here is the park is a bit disjointed. You have like this area here, and then you have the circular area here. So I guess my only suggestion would be to like combine these two. So maybe instead of having two separate areas with your park that looks like this shape, you can have it like somewhere. Where's the entrance of this? The entrance of this is here, diba? Is that right?
Sa concert, sa park.
Sa main building, is it here?
Ah, yes, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's you're aligning it to the main building. Ang kaning area here.
Ah, yes, sir.
Okay. And then maybe since it's already like going to be aligned with the main building like this, that we'll use that as a main sort of guideline for the pattern of your park. So it looks designed and less fun, less sort of random. So you have like a main axis here. This is basically what my urban design class calls axial planning. And then you have like another axis through the center here. So maybe the rotunda isn't such a good idea because I think it's too distracting, like just on the side level. And even maybe when you go through it, you'll get like visually confused because there's a rotunda here and there's like a rectangular part there. So I'd suggest make everything rectangular. And then
Okay,
you
sir.
use this length here, conditional length, as your like dividing element. So divide it like that. And so these lengths here are the same. I'll just color it in. I don't have any other color. Black. So this length here is the same. This length here is the same. This length here is the same. And then you can use sort of the center line as a guiding pattern, like a guideline basically. And then you can divide these into one, maybe smaller rectangles like that. So the
Mm.
final pattern will be like that, with like a smaller, and I'm running out of space. This final pattern probably looks something like this. Kana siya.
Mura siya concert blocks of greeneries. Nga na ano
More
nga.
blocks of goodness, similar to like the Taj Mahal. Right? That's really the one. So instead of squares, you use rectangles. So maybe I'll open this image in new tab. Maybe you take this element here, Kanisha element, and then you just repeat it. So it looks like a series of like rectangular blocks instead of square blocks.
Ah, okay,
Taj
sir.
Mahal. And then you can repeat that pattern. I think it will make it look very, very nice. Especially kay it fits with a Filipino style because the Filipino is also very inherently kind of Spanish na style. And a lot of the Spanish styles were also influenced by Muslim style. So you have like a bit of history going into your design. I think it'll make it look really nice. The building itself is fine. No need to make changes. Just a few touch-ups na lang sa
Ah, okay,
garden.
sir.
Okay, so we're going to do a lot of landscaping sa kanina class.
Sige, sir.
Okay, good. Let's see here. Wala to si Jay nakago, no? Jay wasn't here. Jay Gallion. Jay Gallion. You can stop presenting. Let's see. Jay Gallion. Wala. I don't see any Jay Gallions here. Okay. Next, we have Hannah Omo. Hannah Omo.
Yes, yes.
There you are. Okay, share your screen. Are you sharing? Tora.
Yes. Oh, it's a joke.
Okay, Tora ka share.
So akong concept, sir, kay I was aiming for something pedestrian friendly, sir, and more green space, good, sir. And then also easy navigation sa passengers from entry to departure. And kanang sa there, sir, kay giseparate na ko ang building sa kuan kanang for passenger use o kanang terminal staff and lahi pod ang kanang sa bus stop na area, sir. And then na and then ang concession ay nakuwid ako nga open space wala pa na ko na develop, sir, ang kanang facing bayfront. And then nasa ko open space there sa departure. I mean said offloading base there the people, sir.
Okay.
And then and then upon pagkuan, sir, pag kanang o pag unloading sa bus, sir, kay na ay covered walkway here padong sa access road.
Mhm.
And then sa akong loading bay, sir, kay bali more mo double siya as idle parking, sir, kay each route there, sir, kay like kini silang duha. If let's say padong na siya sa Hagnaya, sir, kay ang usa ni sir kay ga-loading na siya, sir, din ang usa kay more nag-waiting siya nga mapuno ang isa. So more naglinya lang sila, sir, ba? Here, so 8 na
Okay.
sila kami.
Sige. Idle parking ay mong angled na parking.
No, sir, ay more offloading ni siya, sir, pero pwede siya mo double as kanang idle parking, sir, pero para for kuan sir, para mas efficient, sir, kay ang kining there sa loading base na ko, sir, kay i-double na lang sa nako as kanang murag waiting or idle parking sa like ikaduha nga bus nga mo biyahe, sir.
Okay. Sige. Sige pa dayon.
Yeah, mo na siya, sir. And then sa kuan, sa ground floor, kuan. Akong enter there, sir, kay sa lobby, and then upon entering, sir, kay naa ang katong ancillary functions nga money changer or ATM before sila mo kuan mo kuha og ticket nila, sir. So
Yep.
here,
Okay. No need to discuss every space. Just go ahead.
yes, sir. So ang kuan lang ang murag ang flow lang niya, sir, kay here, mo enter here, tapos mag-wait sila there, sir.
Good.
And then nasa siya murag here, sir, na ang murag kanang access sa second floor, sir. Kuan siya, sir, kanang murag kanang extra nga murag workstation, sir, sa taas.
Work. Okay ra. Let me see. Okay.
Dire, sir. Pero ang second floor na po, sir, kuan kana ang entrance na ako sa kanang terminal staff, sir, kay naa dire, sir, separate siya, sir, pero close ra siya sa bus stop area in case kailangan nilang mo-adto sa area sa mga terminal staff. So here na siya entry dire. And then mo siya, sir, ang open entry kay naa ng restroom ug ang locker, then ang mga offices or ilang pantry, sir. Pero kini siya, sir, separate na ni siya kini mga part ma-access ni siya sa mga passengers and kini kay solely for terminal staff lang. And
Yep.
yeah, so dire, sir, ang bus stop area, dire lang resting area, ilang canteen po, sir. Okay. Then private or taxi pick-up na base, sir,
Yeah.
na po dire.
Yeah, that's good. Let's look at your elevations.
Wala pa ka na ko na-develop ang elevation, sir.
Okay, where's the front elevation? Okay, so your building is still like glass plan of block. Okay, section.
Yeah. Section, sir. Here's
Mm-hmm. Do you have like a perspective isometric of your building?
naa, sir, there, sir.
Okay, good. So let's hold on that for a minute. Let me just take a snap. Okay. So one of the biggest notes here, so you're using both an angled parking and a like parallel parking.
Yes, sir.
So it's number one, it's a little bit inefficient to space. So either use one or one parking type lang because it's using a lot of space. These fingers are fine. So I think this one, since you already have two of these, that will be like your main sort of design element. So the idle parking should also be parallel parking put. So it fits bitaw. And then here, on this side here, it's okay na ni siya. Okay.
Sir, sorry, sir, kanang mag-stop share ko, sir, dili ko kita, sir.
Just leave it there because I'm ready to refer to it later because I can see the original here and I'm drawing on top of it here. Okay, this parking area here seems I'll color it in blue. This area here seems too big for kanang staff parking. Is that staff parking or also like visitor
Staff
parking?
parking, sir. Pwede na po na ko i-reduce na, sir.
Yeah, reduce na siguro para you can have more like area for your maintenance. And then it seems like your main building isn't really connected so much here. Maybe you can have like, is this like maintenance area, Mano? So maybe you intentionally separated that. So what you have basically, the actual terminal is this main block here, two-story block. da da da, and then like 2 fingers, like that. So already it looks interesting because it's asymmetrical. What do you call this? A bit dynamic, and you have the columns here at the center of that. So the next step will be finding your form. I guess just off the top of my head, I really suggest just use like parapets here because you already have a very rectilinear sort of form. If you want to go for something more curvilinear, I think you can, but I think at this point, piki na, like 2 weeks pa and then like it's still not yet done bitaw. So just go for the simpler form. Really no problem with that. Can save you time. Something like that. And maybe for the facade treatment, yeah, I don't know what you want to do sa mong facade because it's still very bare. Vertical sort of elements combined with thick horizontal like parapet actually looks pretty good to me. Be something like this. And if it's too level, you can even just do it like glass all the way, but the problem is very hot. So you might want to add like a second smaller sort of thing here. The important thing is you have like a thick top. This will help like define sort of like top off the building the same way like the entablature of a Roman temple does. So an Anna, and then your terminals could be like something like this. The terminal roof, maybe you could add some kind of like chamfer or angle there, and then the columns will be in the center. And then how you treat this area here, think about what material you want to use here, like between the frames of your either column or windows. Next, you have the frame there. Do you want it to be louvers? Do you want it to be glass? Natural ventilation, etc., etc. So ikaw na bahala na. And then, of course, you need to develop your park. Again, if you're starting out with rectilinear, the park, I think, should also be rectilinear. The main axis here is your main building, and try to like divide the park according to like the size of your building, and then that should be pretty much it. So a bit further to go, but at least nana diha ang foundation. Okay, that's all.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, good. Next, we have, let's see, and just double check na si Mondares. Mondares Shania, Mondares Shania. Wala. Okay. Next, we have Frances Arteche.
Sir,
Yep, go ahead.
wait.
Loading pa on my end, no screen yet.
Sir, I need to rejoin the meet because I got a new laptop and my system preferences doesn't allow sharing. Can I come back?
Okay, sige, sige.
Like 2 minutes.
Just okay, so while waiting, I'll share some. It seems like a few students are still stuck on the design part. So if you don't know what to do with your building, just like copy an architectural style. Usually for me, I really like 70s modern architecture. I mean, like it's not really super sustainable, but I like the look of it. And then I'll just like a starting point without. Some other sort of architects that are more sustainable and contemporary can really look at Pritzker Prize winner Francis Carey. I think we already discussed this guy over and over. Notice the treatment of the roof. It provides shade and also ventilation because there's like a layer of brick here for the roof of the building itself, and it's open so that the hot air goes out, and the roof itself sort of like attracts the hot air because it's made of steel. It gets hotter, so basically above the building is hotter, so the cool air comes in and the hot air goes up. So there's like a sort of passive cooling there. And then this is the building in section. Very kind of contemporary, and at the same time it has a very kind of rustic feel with the brickwork. Almost reminds me of kind of Louis Kahn. Ready na ka, Natalie? Okay. So other favorite architect. Just like look up your favorite architects, because I feel like none of you, or not none of you, but most of you, those who don't have forms, don't have a favorite architect yet. So go back to your history lessons, find like a design you like, or you can just browse through Art Daily and just look for something, or maybe Google Gani. Yeah. This one is I like these kinds of styles, like they're very blocky, clean, white. That's my own personal preference. You can really go with something a bit more that fits your preference. Something like this. This is really the Art Daily aesthetic. White houses, white block houses. Sometimes they're gray, sometimes they're angular, but they're mostly white. You like use brick. The thing here, like we don't really have a lot of like, we use CHB a lot, CHB architecture. Concrete hollow blocks. But we always cover it with like plaster, like probably because concrete hollow blocks weren't made to be seen as a finished material. But maybe you can do something like this, where you include it into the design or something. Like the facade could be concrete. It's very kind of good for insulation, even not something like this. I think some experiments with the concrete block was done even before 1970s. Frank Lloyd Wright textile block. Textile. Francis, are you there? Ready now? Or still connecting?
Oh, I'm trying to figure out how to allow. 'Cause it
Okay,
won't
I'll
let
just
me
share on
share.
my end na lang on
Okay.
Canvas. So yeah, these are some sort of materials that we have a lot of in the Philippines, like concrete. There's a lot of concrete factories, but we're always like cover up concrete with other materials. So it's very wasteful. Anyway, let's look at Francis' work here. After 10:44, let me check our schedule. Yep, so Madapa, we can still finish by 12. Where is it? Okay. Come on, PNG. Nice. Oh, okay. This here looks very good. I would just like suggest that the fountain materials will also be kind of, what do you call it? Similar shape to your building, more like rectangular. And then maybe this one also could also be rectangular. It's like, I like that you want to make it look different, but for me lang, just for our classes, I would prefer not all the elements are repeated over and over again. And here, maybe this is a bit too blocky. Maybe just like show the legs of the chair. I think that will make it look a bit more lighter. So but this part here looks perfect. So this is excellent. So yeah. Let me see. Let me put my notes here. Update. Show legs of chairs. Use more rectangular forms for the fountain.
Okay, sir.
That's basically the first thing that comes up. And let's see, site dev looks good. Again, earlier, we don't need to have like actual playgrounds. You can just make it like open area without the slides and everything, because it really like messes up the style of the whole building.
Okay, sir.
Try using more subtle, like a playground option. So a good thing would be, what do you call this? Urbanism. See, I think I have that image here somewhere. Ganani, blocks like this, climbing blocks, not your typical slides, could be very kind of visually interesting play areas, but also kind of will fit your design. You can design your chairs to look more like your building, something like this. And this is really more kind of urban design. And we can like discuss more on that on Friday. Like how do you create like interesting street furniture? Where did I go? Here. Okay, looks good. This here, yeah, we can develop the furnitures in this area and also this area here. So everything else looks fine. I'm sure the planning is already very good because like we discussed that over and over again. Let's see. Zoom in. Okay, this looks fine. Okay,
Sir, there's a blow up on the next page, sir.
and I blow up on the next page. Nice. Okay, good. So the chairs look way better for me. Good job. Looks good. This lighting area here looks good. Basically, the plan is already for me. No problem with the plan. And the shaded area is the office areas, the back of the house. Basically, the admin spaces. Okay, good. And then maybe we'll do something here. So corners, the CRs. We'll do something there to like help fill in that space. Indoor player is fine, and then I'll just note this on myself. I need to fill in the corners of the toilet spaces. I'll give you suggestions for that. Don't worry. Second floor. Let's see. Oh, this looks really good. In fact, the second floor could just be like the whole building, actually. Excellent, excellent. So this is more like my what they call this preferences, and like Francis executed it. But that's basically architectural work. And then a section here looks good, looks good. Okay, not
Also,
much
sir,
problems.
I can't make a curved section. It's like not possible, I think, based on what I googled. It's just like a straight section lang.
Wait, as loading. Come on, there you go. What do you mean? What section?
Like the section line can't follow the curve of the building. It's just
Yeah. I don't need to do a curve section for this. We already understand on the building, so no problem. Okay, let me see what else can I do with the site development. Yeah, we'll develop the patterns here. Maybe add some like radial or like angular pathways, something like that. And then maybe here this more like square. Just like subdividing it further so it doesn't look so empty. And then within these like spaces, we can add some activities. Oh, what the heck? Let me delete that. Pattern like this. This will be like that. This will be like this. This will be yeah, more na siyang si Spider-Man. Mask Spider-Man, but we'll make it look nicer. We'll add paths here.
Sir, I'm not sure about my walkway. Basin
Ano?
maybe it's to gobot. No, the one, the third picture, the
Third
bottom
picture.
picture.
This one? Okay. Yeah, it's maybe a bit too much na i-cover ni mo ang walkway. Yeah, I think you can just do a simple kanang how will that go? Will it be here?
It's the thing sa side, sir, sa pinaka side.
Okay, it's these things. Okay, and also over here. Oops, I moved it. I think if you're gonna cover it, just use the same pattern as your building here. So similar pattern to this, like, but this one is a bit too much. Maybe you can just make it. Let me. Excuse me. I'll switch to red. Maybe you can make it more like horizontal, similar to what's going on in your building. Like, mo pattern yung then we can just have this as flat with a skylight in the middle, probably. So a bit more on subtle, not as loud as this. Maybe something like that. I'll just put a note here. Simplify covered walkway design. Okay. Not much questions, L. Not much like issues here. Already looks kanang. Already looks perfect to me. Basically, it's This is just on. I feel bad because kind of like my vision that I kind of forced on you. So hopefully we can have more collaborations on Friday, and I can input more of your ideas.
I don't know, sir. It's okay.
Okay. So this looks good there. Maybe we can also improve the pattern here of the raised sidewalk. So it looks a bit more visually appealing here. Update sidewalk pattern. Pattern. Okay, good.
Sige, sir. Thank you so much.
Sige, no problem. Next we have Teves, Colleen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead and share. Let me stop sharing for a bit.
Entire screen. So, in case kung na kay questions, sir, regarding my 3D or perspectives, I have my Enscape open.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Oh, okay.
I find
That
it,
looks pretty good.
yeah, the reason why I didn't kuan kayo sa plans na ko, sir, kay na-concentrate ko sa roofing.
Mhm.
Basically, I was trying out the bigger and the kuan smaller one. So, of course, my concept for this one is more on the humanistic or promote user-centric design. So from here, I could already tell na it's like the Mactan Airport. In a way, it is like that. I'm trying to put that motif in the Cebu context. As Cebuanos, we have been discovered by the Spaniards through sea, so might as well use that as a traveling motif through
Mm.
the ocean as well. So from there, sir, ako na siyang gikuan. This one is really followed through the kuan katong sa Mactan Airport yun. Except that instead of using of wood trusses, I'll be using metal so that na siya pagkagamay industrial na kuan na motif because
Mm.
in terms of Mactan Airport, it stands out too much because of the wood. So or
Mm.
in like you imagine ang kuan surroundings niya kay mga kuan kay industrial na mga factories and bridges, and then there's Mactan Airport wood.
Mm.
So might as well utilize that. But my facade is especially the ventilation kuan skylights or sun panels are actually kuan wood. So that and it conveys like a tumurag knitting na kuan sa mga textile sa mga Cebuanos as well. So she's on triangle. So to give you context on my 3D perspective, here is my Koan playground or the green area. I have
Mhm.
made this not just for the terminal users but also for the public realm because I have observed in the whole site gyud wala gyud mga public spaces, and that is one weakness of
Yep.
Cebu. So might as
Mm.
well contribute to that through making this koan project. So from there, this is the man's eye view when you enter from the SM side. And this is when you're and this side is when you're driving by or passing by kuan from the national road when yung makita dayon. So it looks interesting from the man's eye view. I'm trying my best. Originally sir na tay kahoy dira, but like I
Mm.
just I will have to do something about that para di kay makover ang building.
Mm.
So here's the interior. So ang katong part sir na murag terrace dire kay more siya kanang kuan veranda. So it's really open, high ceiling yun siya. So more,
Mm.
I think it was 4.5 meters from here. Then waiting area, so hangin yun siya because it's really open. I don't want my building to be too enclosed. So here is the arrival bay, which says here na gibutang yung sign. Speaking of which, I already have the LED screens for the kuan sir, pero wala lang ako gi-edit ang kuan pa, ang picture. So these are
Mm.
LED screens for the schedule of the buses. So from the lobby, they can also look from there. And then here's the information center. Yeah, sa Leo anak ang passenger center, which is full of kiosk and LED screens as well. Departure bay. This is from when you are from the Koan National Road. Yeah, ni agi ka. Then there's the main entrance, which is also here. Tara, kani. I'm still not sure with the materials of my sheds. I'm still searching on sa akong maputang. I was already thinking na iparehan ako gamay sa Mactan Airport set na shed na naay murag insulation na foam, then giwire na nila og kanang metal then sa
Mm.
then speaking of which kaning diri sir kay magbutang pa ko kanang structural trusses para it looks interesting, not too plain. Then
Yeah, siya. Yeah, the curve is already very interesting. You don't
yes.
need to like over design it.
So, ang kani amoy ang difference nako sa Mactan Airport, sir. This one for the smaller waves. Naa siya mura gamay kuan sway. And ang
Mhm.
kuan half lang siya. Then here is the open mark and the park view. Then money. So, for the plan, I think I already shared this to you pag Monday. Money. And then I service road diri. Then after that kay same plans as well, but I minimalize the waiting area kani diri na part para makaagi sila from here. Yeah, convenient pa sila. Di kay sila mo kuan og dagang hallway because it was originally it was like here. It was this long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, convenient ra siya nga. This is ready for kuan sir. This one is already 25 packs or more for per 3 base of these kuan sitting area. Then this is only the part where it's two story nya kani one story ra gining retail space diri. They have their own lactating area, CR and utility area. Same goes for here. This
Yep.
is the
Yep.
security. Yeah, blah
Okay,
blah.
that's good. You don't need to go through all the
Okay.
spaces. Go to the elevation.
Elevations here. So
Okay.
mo ni sir. This one katong kuan. Katong press kang Francis Kier gyud sir na ang murag ang hangin na padung dira. So
Mhm.
this is
Yep.
also goes
We'll
here
talk about that a bit. Okay, next section.
section.
Okay. And what are these like other drawings here?
Yeah, these are already the mini house sir at the other side. I just separated lang for
Okay,
for
okay.
detail. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Can you show me page 3? I
Page.
think it was page 3. Okay, maybe page 4 there.
Ay, sir.
Oh my gosh. Um, Actually, maybe page 2.
Can I? Or I can show you a 3D sir na
And 3D na lang, yeah, 3D, yes,
Okay,
open.
in skip.
Can't remember. Oh, this one. Okay, perfect. Zoom out a bit. Okay, there. So this is your main terminal building now. Okay. So flat roof ni siya, so your waiting shed.
No sir, curve siya wave.
Curve pod siya.
Yeah, nga ang mo ihang murag diri sir kaning diri kay ni timing siya sa planters so that naras like ko planting kanang murag nari tubig dira ba. Yeah. Speaking of which sir kay murag wa na siya ni render kay daghan kayo ko. Na anay kuan kani sir, na murag
Yeah, actually
supposed to have a I forgot. Trenches here padung dira sa planters.
So muna yung seating area na.
Yeah. This is
Can you
the
go?
LED screen.
Yep. Can you go from one end to the other end of the seating area? It looks like it's a closed view.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so meaning mo lingkod sila, mo gawas pa sila, di ba?
Kuan sir kaning this is the updated kuan file because I have problems with the original file. What to I forgot. I opened the kuan Spotify. Kanang tulo ka buok ni siya sir sa plan.
Yeah, no. What you got? Let me just share my screen. I'll share now.
Yes, sir.
Share. So my issue with the sitting areas is like this one, di ba? They can't go through like this.
Okay. Kuan sir,
So
no sir.
they sit here and they have to go out. So maybe just buslot it there. So
pwede
they
sa
can sit
sir.
and go out.
Okay.
And then the thing here, why I would like prefer this to be flat here, because I feel like if you make this wave foot, it will compete with your roof.
Sige sir.
And then this one here, maybe just make it simpler lang siguro. This one element here na fly away,
Sige sir.
really competing for attention with the roof. So the roof should be the star.
Sige sir.
For this particular
ang
design,
man's eye view murag, when you look up it doesn't look too good. So I thought it was entrance.
I think it's fine. Ang ana na siya, like flat diri, and then you have the curved roof on top.
Pwede siguro sir no kanang ang materials lang sad sa roofing na flat shed akong ikuan kumbati.
Pwede pod. You could have like this same element here.
Okay.
On the flat roof, like not all the way, maybe just like a bit, sort of to like shade. Like here, in between the columns, you'll have your kaning louver or something like that.
Pwede sir.
Ana lang, not all the way. Like let me draw this better. Like this is your roof area here. Maybe having the columns in the center would really like give you more space. So the person will be here, and then your louvers will be like just that height down. Just like that height. So you can shade the sun like that much. Okay, next about your roof. Yes, it's like lofty, but I think it won't be as cool because the way Francis Carey did it's like it's an arch roof.
Naabli ang kuan.
Columns here and naabli diri. with an extra roof on top. So the way the air would move, just to clarify it, air comes in here, circulates in the building, and then goes out here. So the way this works is because it's like solid, uh, like that.
Oh, may pa final ang ako ang roof materials, sir.
Yeah, so it goes here. They could go out here sa kaning opening on these ends here. So that could work.
Pero pwede sa ako ipasaka lang gamay ang roof, sir.
Pwede po. You could have like an air gap there. So the important thing sa kay Francis Kerr is that he provided the air gap here between the actual roof and the sort of the ceiling of the classroom.
Sige,
You can, I think, Google a bit on that. The next issue for this type is already the design already looks very good, but just like some questions you might experience in, I'm just preparing you for 5th year. Basa gid ni siya. Especially with kanalay mo Eve, and then that's already the building there, and it's like several meters high. Musud yun ang tubig ani. So
ipasaka lang nako ay may pataas pa na akong Eve, sir.
maybe, but I don't wanna maguba ang design kung pataas mo Eve. So a good sort of halfway point would be what would be a good halfway point? I can't think of any right now. Maybe we can make this not sort of permeable.
Sige, sir.
So we can keep the roof structure here. And I think that's all I have at the moment. And I'm gonna try to look for like some kind of way to stop water from coming in here.
Pwede ka siguro, sir, no, na kuan na lang siguro katong double facade. Naman say murag air situation there. So murag mo kuan kapon siya.
Like you have one wall here and then another wall here, something. Or at least na air gap to the kuan, to the outside, and you have like some protection here. And yeah, I think that would work on this part here, specific part. Can you okay naman siguro ni siya? Still might, I think we actually need to like waterproof this area too.
Kuan na, sir, kanang double facade sa da, sir. Ang wood kay ang katong wooden na facade kay sa pa-outer pero ang inside na siya kuan curtain wall.
Okay. Wait. So in that case, maybe we can do. So let's say this is the section of your building like that. I'm just drawing with the mouse, like that.
Section and that's a detailed section.
Yeah, this will be like the more interesting thing. So you have like a second wall here and a second wall, like all the way up, na lang, all the way up. So the columns will be like this, and then it'll be attached to your columns maybe somehow, or maybe on the beam. So the beam will be here. This will be the column, and you have your second sort of second wall here. And then maybe you can also penetrate this area just underneath the roof. So you create that movement. And from here, magagawa siya diha.
Okay. Sige, sir.
And then I think that's pretty much it. It's not, how wide is this thing?
It's a sir.
Yeah, it looks about like 20.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, 20, that's fine. I'm just thinking that maybe it'll become too dark here in the center, but since it's very high roof, I think light will come in, no problem. That's pretty much it. Let's look at your side.
16 meters today, sir.
Huh?
16 meters lang roof.
16? Okay. Can I see your site? Oh, wait, okay. Site dev. Okay, zoom out a bit.
Site dev, sir. Nara. Here.
Okay, site dev. Let's see. Oh. And that's, yeah. So yeah, the road widths are a bit too thick pag ihapon. Maybe we can reduce
I
it.
want na mag change na, sir, kay nakuan ko sa roof.
Yeah, no problem. So that will be for the final na. So yeah.
Mag-add lang ko, sir, kog sidewalk o I'll widen the sidewalk and put planters lang siguro, sir. Pero di kayo trouble sa kuan.
Yeah, so this will be the bus length. This is for everyone. Again, this is like from here to here. Wait, I have an AutoCAD for this. They usually describe 15 meters. If you have like, I think it was like 50 degrees or something. I have like the thing here. Angled, bus, parking. Basically, the point is you don't need a lot of space there. Where is that thing? This one. Open image and mute that. So you will also find this in other sources as well. Disintegrate, you check open image. There. 15 meters for 50-degree pitch, 17.5 for 40, 20 for blah, blah, blah. So doesn't have to be that thick, Jed. Okay. So we can utilize more of the site. Anyway, more na siya. So
Sige,
good. Next we have Hannah Sumayaw.
Good morning, sir. Wait, sir,
Morning.
mag-present ako.
Okay. Oh, napanana si Shania. Shania will go next. Mandara is next. Okay.
Kitara, sir.
Kitara. Yep, go ahead.
Okay, so good morning, sir and classmates. This is my prelim na design. So, I will go directly sa site develop plan. Dili mo siya develop under develop video, sir. Sorry.
Okay lah, preliminary pa man.
So, kani siya, sir. Orange is for pedestrian. Wait, I'll just sir. Ingress, then pedestrian exit. Kaya siya. So, either makago siya sa there is a office na part, then or there is a departure na bay. Ang office parts and arrival bay are beside each other, sir. So, my form is linear na siya, sir, para like dali lang ma-access sa tao. Kay mo pag adto na ako dito, sir, mostly nila kay magkalisod sila dire. Kay walay sidewalk dire. Dire sila mo access padong terminal. So, for the other kani sa feeder kay dire ang drop off area, then moagi siya dire ng exit or dire siya sa kaning space dire nga to be developed pa. Then ay parking dire. Also for kaning mga magpa-deliver, mga weirdo, sir, ba magpa-deliver sa terminal, sir. Mga sa Grab driver, Food Panda.
I can't tell where Radisson and SM is.
Ay, sorry, sir. I forgot to label it. So, dara siya, sir. Sorry. Dara. Kaya,
Radisson, SM.
Radisson.
It seems like layo-layo kay si Amo na yung park in front of Radisson.
Sir, mga yung swimming pool dire, sir.
Yeah.
May napa rin siya mga building dire.
Yep.
Okay.
SM parking and okay, good. Sige,
Yes,
let's
sir.
go to the plans.
Okay.
There.
There, sir. Here's my plan. Linear lang yun siya ang iyang entrance. So, di mo na siya ang departure, basically. Pwede siya maka-enter dire sa pavement dire or dire siya.
Okay, good. Question, sa kanin ko reference para sa mong radial parking?
Sa sir, sa Pinterest.
Can you show me that?
Yes, sir. Wait.
Sorry, na-count with Skypex.
I think, sir, wala na ako save.
Paliw niya pangita ko sa amin, sana ko kahit.
Okay, sir. Sige,
There
sir.
was another student with the same sort of parking and like Murag, this is better. So maybe we can use this as a reference.
Okay,
And
sir.
then, ang only note here again is to reduce the road width because it looks like you have 6 lanes of road here and you only need 1.
Wait, sir.
So more on that.
I apologize for that. So, drop-off area, kani ramp. Then, ang kaniging mga violet there, sir, it's part of my design concept for PWD. Kato akong gihisgot ni mo, sir, na like most buses dito, like ni adto ko kay more on stairs siya kaysa ramp. Walay lowering nga mechanism ang bus unlike sa other countries. So, modular ramps lang ako ibutang dari sa kilid. Then, this can work as idle parking dari. So, ang prayer area, sir, okay. So, kastoryan ako mga tao dito, sir, including Muslim. So, I think, mag-assume ko sa Muslim nga, like, mag-prayer na sila, sir, 5 times a day.
Yep.
Ano siya? So, afternoon, morning prayer, night prayer. So, whole day man dyan niya ang bus. Nagi na mangita og place for praying, which is gubot man kayo na dire, sir. So, dagan gyud. So, I just opted for layo lang siya sa dire. Then, sakinan na ang madunggan. Then, yeah, that's pretty much it. For the kani ano mga atriums or mga indoor nga green is that paano lang sir, ako siyang gi-derive from concept sa Impluvium sir from a Rome house kay sir sa Archist.
Mhm.
So kay open man ang terminal, so might as well opt for green na lang sa sulod.
Mhm.
As much as possible, ang back of the house ra ang closed sir.
Mhm.
Para akong goal. So these are some pictures. Pag-add to na ako sir. So next is that mao na siya ang second floor plan. Ang retail spaces kay naada babaw sa departure area.
Mhm.
Kay they might shop before they go. Then this one can opt for uh, a restaurant or a cafe. More likely cafe kay gamay ra kay siya sir. Then this one is for viewing. Then kani kay mga offices na ni siya. Nara may
Yep.
legend.
Good.
Then food court and public canteen diri sa taas sa arrival so that like if nagigutom then abot pwede mo count sa taas.
Very good. Good.
Okay, so these are the sections.
Ooh.
My design is more likely Zen, guys, sir. Like,
Mhm.
kaya na ako gipilo diri na roof, sir. Then,
Mhm.
I'll improve on that, sir. Ako na siya explain ang mechanism niya later.
Mhm.
So, mao na siya ang front, ang rear. Mao na sa SM nga, sorry, sa Sergio Osmeña nga road side. Then,
Mhm.
sa SM road. Then, sa kani, wait, asa gani, sa Kaohsiung.
Mhm.
Then, kaya siya kay sa Radisson.
Mhm.
Lagi, yeah. So, ang section, sir, kay I cut it from here, building to building. So, I have two sections. Now, ang spaces diri, sir, kay, ang mga column diri, sir, kay steel columns ni siya, kay most likely, ako makitaan sa mga mga design nga dyan, kay dili sila hilig og ba, mga more concrete. Yeah, sir.
Mm. So smaller columns, more space on the inside.
Yes, sir. Tama
Okay.
na siya akong section. Now, this is the actual answer pag-render na ko. Nag-bug lang na sa sulod, sir. Sorry.
Okay na, okay na. We're more focused exterior at this stage. Ang planning, okay naman. We already like have a good idea of what's going on inside.
Kaya
Okay,
siya, sir.
maybe you can turn off the shadows lang so I can see the building a bit more.
Okay, sir. Wait, how do I turn off the
Yeah,
shadow?
okay.
Oh,
Oops.
wait, sir. Oops.
Okay. Can you zoom out a bit? Okay, I'll snip here. So overall, the form looks great. Not much need to change here. So what will happen, I'll share my screen.
Yes, sir.
You can stop sharing now. So what will happen with your design is you just maintain this and then we will lessen the width of the road. So budako na imong park. So maybe your prayer area will be a good location. This will be a good location in the center of the park for like your quiet space, center of the park. And then we'll just need to add maybe some, how many bus slots is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Exactly 20. So maybe ang next set of problem is how do we connect the terminal building to the park? We have to like move some bus parking somewhere.
Okay, sir.
So they're gonna come in here. We might need to, yeah, we'll discuss that on Friday, I think. Like how do we create these like walkable like connections here? And this is Bay Hotel here now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we also need some kind of path there.
Mm.
Maybe, yeah, ang radial parking may medyo kuan dako sa kaon. If lisod siya ipadayon sa radial parking, then always like keep the same building form, so like the L. And don't worry if it like looks like other people's work. It's the execution is different, man. Like just look at the form your building is it's your form, good. So maybe we can just do angled parking so we can have a bit more space here. So we can have like we can remove one angled parking, remove one angled parking there. And then we have the tier shape here. Pero I don't want to break the circular parking. We'll figure something out on Friday. Like just for now, think about how we can connect the open park to the terminal building and also connect it to Bayfront over here.
Okay, sir.
Maybe worst case scenario, we'll just have to move some buses around. So instead of the 20, maybe we'll have 18. And then we'll have, I don't know, yeah, I can't think of right now. Where do we put the extra buses? Kaya complete na kayang design bitaw. Maybe we can put like some parallel parking here for like 2 extra buses. Idle parking na lang sila. And then I can move back in here. But that's just me. The color palette is great. The trees are great. So yeah, this is a good design. We just need to like develop the details then. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sige. Next we have Mondarish, Shania.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, stop presenting. You go ahead.
Nakita na, sir.
Sorry, nag-check pa ko sa attendance. Wah! Let me check. Loading pa. Okay, there. Sige, go ahead.
Ay, sorry. So, mauna na siya, sir. Ako lang simplify like what you said, sir. Ako lang simplify ang road sa bus. So, kanina lang jud ang ako ang road for the buses. And then I added a little here sa drop-off area, sir, from SM Road. Ari sila mo enter and then exit sad sila same sa bus. And then kuan ko, sir, na-provide ko dire og taxi and private vehicle arrival para sa mga bot, and then katong magpasundo or modiritsog uli makadiritso ra og lakaw, di na sila need og labang sa other part for kanang to sakay ba. And then mo ni siya, sir, ang pedestrian kaning pink dots. So from SM here makaari sila sa kaning mini garden. I have yet to develop this area, sir, diri nga part.
Oh, okay. No problem.
Kanang blanco siya. So, lakaw sila diri, sir. Sud sila if like palit sila ticket, ari sila. Pero if like ganahan lang sila mag-chill, kaya nakapalit na sila ticket, ari lang sila sa concession spaces with sittings, and then wait. Pwede ra sila mag-wait here, sir. Pwede ra sad ari dapit. Or pwede ra sad sila mag-wait ari sa big nga stairs nga akong gi-provide ari, sir, kay kanang ganahan unta ko, sir, nga kanang kaning big stairs kay murag one of the kanang murag main feature gani, pero wala ko kibawon sa on pagpa kanang adto mo direct ang mga tao gani nga murag mao ni ang main feature, pero ako pa na i-work out.
Yeah,
and then
design pa ni mo park.
yeah,
leads into the feature.
And I most of the kanang function spaces just, sir, kay naa diri nga part, diri nga area diri sa right side. And then ari sa mousad siya sa ako ang second floor, sir, pero I'm thinking, sir, naa diri ang kanang murag admin spaces gani. I'm thinking kanang i-flip gani nako sila, sir. Like naa na diri ang kaning kuan ang kaning
admin
offices nako kay na lang diri, and then ang stair nako akong i-move siya dapit diri nga side. Para more siya nasa center gani.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, makes sense kay dapat maka-oversee ang admin sa operations sa building.
and then I think mo na siya, sir.
Okay, do you have sections?
Yes, sir,
Elevation sections.
More pa ni siya so far. Dohara,
Okay,
cross section ako. And
Yep.
then longitudinal section ako siya, sir.
Okay, so na kayo mag-high ceiling na area?
Na ako ay kani, sir, open space ni siya there. High ceiling nga space kani.
Atrium. Okay, looks good. Do you have any 3D exterior?
White model ako na pa, sir, kay magsige siya ka-crash, pero ako lang i-open ang answer. Magsige siya ka-crash, sir, inig render na ko ba? Kanina lang ako ipakita.
Wala lang, sige.
So, mo ni siya,
aerial daw siya?
mo ni siya ang kanang view from the bus entrance. Mo ni siya diri, sir. entrance
Okay,
there,
good.
and then exit, and then drop off, and then exit.
Yep.
And then kanang naglisod pasad ko sir kanang ganahan pasad ko nga mag-add og something para na shade gani dire. Ang
Dapat tabunan
departure of
din ang
arrival
entrance sa
bay.
bus.
Sir,
Yep.
kay open sad baya ang ako ang ari nga side. So,
Mm.
medyo na ko siya og kuan pero mangita pa kog way sad sir unsa on dili maguba ang kanang like ang building treatment nako sir ba.
Mm.
And ari sir
Okay.
kay concession spaces sir sad siya here for the arrival and then CR ni diri.
Sige. Okay, zoom out a bit para makita na ang whole site. Okay. Kana. Good. Sige, diya kana lasa. So for your design padung sa final, share my screen. So medyo kuwang-kuwang pa siya gamay for better something than nothing. So let's see here. Kana siya. I noticed wala kay roof eaves. You add na roof eaves here. Na additional from the wall, you need like maybe at least 1.2. So muna yung eaves yung roof 1.2. Just to like protect that. Okay, you're looking just with this current form of the design. I'm thinking like shed roof or hip roof here with a parapet. So it's either put the parapet like that and put the hip roof on top, or like put the parapet around hip roof like that, or you can just have it a clean parapet. I think clean parapet will be good. Usually because I like rectilinear forms, but also you can go for something like with a hip lang. Should be fine. Next is how you treat this area here. I think you need to like do a bit of research there. Next, Imuhang Park, the way it's organized right now, okay, this is like the main element of this section here, the southern, I think so that's south, or basta this bayfront Mandarino?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the bayfront sort of facade. Just divide it according to your like main building here, maybe something like that. Or maybe you can make these like smaller squares here, like that. Or emphasize the main building. And then similar here. Because you already have this pattern here. That's good for like exterior design. Not really exterior, I mean like on the periphery there. So the way your site plan would look like, so you have this pattern here. Maybe you could also repeat the pattern on the inside, but it's a bit out of place bitaw. Because your building is already rectilinear, I would like suggest like kanisha na pattern here will also be rectilinear. And much safer, and it's kanang less kanang distracting bitaw. On this end, maybe something's rectilinear put. So just start off with how you will approach it is you have your lot here. You have your building here, kind of final na magiging mo building. And then the garden around it, use your building as a reference or like guide as to how you will subdivide your garden. So maybe like that, and along this on the edge of the building, and then this is the center axis here. You divide it along to the center, and maybe something like that. And then something like that over here. Then around your sort of sidewalk, maybe you can repeat the same pattern. And then the next issue here is connection between the two buildings, the sidewalk or like the crosswalk here. Okay, wala siya crosswalk, so you need to have that connection. Okay. So good start. We'll just develop more on Friday. Okay, kana lang. Sige. Next, wait, nahuman naman to si. There are two Hannahs in this class. Hannah Sumayaw, did I call you earlier?
Okay,
or was
sir.
Mana ako, sir, pag before ni Shanay.
Yeah, sorry. Brain. Let's see. Gutom na. You, Natalie.
Good
Yes.
morning, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Please share your screen, and then we'll like discuss your design.
Okay, sir. Wait, sorry, sir. Let me open my PDF. Okay, sir. So I don't have a title for my building just yet.
Oh, okay, the title can come last.
Okay, but for the submission, sir, I mostly work on the form itself as well as the interior spaces and like also slightly the landscaping, but not really.
Mm.
So this is the front perspective, sir.
Mm.
So I kind of went on like a different approach as like before, where like it's more rigid. This is much more curved and linear.
Yes, very Zaha did.
Yeah, sir.
Sige.
So the rear perspectives. You have the entrance right here, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so based on the side perspective, sir, Kai, you can see now I put some stairs right here. So
Mm.
this all goes back to like the that one meeting na you said, sir, na as much as possible maximize a lot of open space and like as much put as much activities as you can.
Mm.
So I murag nasayangan ko sa roof deck, so I just like extended my open spaces towards the roof deck as well. So there's stairs
Mm.
there. So I haven't quite figured out how to lay out the furniture, but
Mm.
I know that I'll add more vegetation as well as activities, seatings, furniture there, but here
Mm.
as well at the open spaces.
Yeah, the massing already looks very good, so we don't need to worry about that.
Okay, so first we have our site development plan. So here you can see some of the furniture that I laid out. This isn't final
Mm.
quite yet. So you have the parking as well here, open space for future extension, the plaza, like
Mm-hmm.
open space. Okay, so ground floor plan. So the bus enters here, exits through here. Okay, so we have the buses here, and we have bollard poles, like the little tiny circles that you can see there. So those are bollard
Mm-hmm.
poles.
Yep, got it.
And then we have the staff area here. So pedestrian entrance and exit can be from this area, from here, from this big entrance right there, from
Mm.
here as well, service garage. So I made sure to put toilets on each end of the wing. So you have
Mm.
one there and another one here. You have the arrival and departure bay on the same area because, sir, I was told it's the same Langdodong area for arrival and departure bay.
Yep.
Then right behind that we have the passenger waiting area, and then right behind that we have the retail concession spaces. So
Good.
similar arrangement to
Mm.
this area as well. So we have retail, passenger waiting, arrival, departure. So the reason why I put retail concession at the back just because there are a lot of people who'll be passing.
Mm.
Also, it kind of forms a slight divide from the outside and the inside
Mm.
of the bus terminal. So once a person goes in, which is like this is like the main entrance, so we have the foyer. So I made sure to make the foyer as big as possible just because it's high traffic. And once they get in, they have the building information system right here, as well as behind the passenger info center. And we have the administration and like the offices, like the main offices here at the first floor, right in the middle, just so it's easily accessible as well. And we have the e-ticketing area right there, ETM right there, drop-off area right there.
Mm.
And yeah, so para like once they get in, they can easily access any of these spaces if they wish. And yeah, we have the elevators right here. So I didn't want to use elevators. So originally, like there was supposed to be a ramp, but it didn't work out.
Okay, so elevator lang. How many?
Two lang.
Two. Okay, that's fine. Sige.
And
Okay. Any
right.
other floors?
Here, so we have the second floor right here.
Okay.
So again, once you go up from the stairs right here, you have our elevator. Okay, you
Yep.
have all the spaces that are gonna that will be used by most people are
Yep.
right in the middle. So we have the men's toilet on one side,
Yeah.
the women's
Okay,
toilet.
Natalie, we got. I got
Oh,
it.
sorry, sir.
Go to
And
the
okay,
elevations. We're kind of
so
on
sorry, sir.
time.
Okay.
Outdoor space. Okay. Elevations. Okay. So is this kind of glass all throughout?
Yes, sir. But I think I might add some maybe green wall, sir.
Maybe not green wall. I'm worried about the air conditioning because a very big building. Maybe some areas will be kind of naturally ventilated, separated by I don't know something. We'll figure something out. Maybe some areas could be louvers instead of like all glass. Maybe that could be
Okay,
a thing.
sir.
But we'll like decide on like which one is better suited for your situation. Okay, let's
Yeah,
go
sir.
to your sections.
I
Yeah,
like exactly the same, sir.
okay, look, okay, it's pretty fun. It's kind of consistent, which is a good thing. We'll just try to tackle the energy issue maybe on Friday. Like we'll try to find
Okay,
ways
sir.
na dili kayo siya kaon sa kuryente. Or maybe it could be in your concept na you want it to be air conditioned good. Air conditioned
Uh,
for sure, and then maybe
Sir, I have a question, sir. Kay, like,
Hmm.
mainly kay, like, open space na siya, so there's no barrier dyan here. Like, they can go straight out to the open space. So this is literally just the part that's covered lang, sir. And then everything else is, like,
Okay.
exposed to the
Second floor is
outside.
no longer air conditioning.
Yeah, sir, if that's okay lang.
Yeah, that's good. I prefer that, and maybe you can have some louvered glass here instead. But
Okay.
I'm like, I just want to check how it looks like with the overall design. But anyway, I'll share my screen here.
Okay.
Okay, so overall, I like the massing. I like the planning. Planning is very logical. Staff is like here, no? They're in a side and staff.
Sorry, sir. Yeah, sir, that's on the ground floor, sir.
Yep. So I'm just using the one, whatever floor this is. Um, my note here would be maybe we can make this a little bit more like that, like following this axis here,
Okay, sir.
because like it's a bit fun. Uh, just a little bit simang parnako. And then we'll develop the
Okay.
park here. We could probably repeat the same patterns, maybe something like that, and then something like that. I don't know. We'll develop it further, maybe something like that.
Yes.
So maybe something like that, and then we have smaller ones. Wait, let me draw the park here like this, and then sort of trying to copy the form of your building, something like that. And then maybe here we can have just ana lang na paths or like gardening, landscaping. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sir. I'll
Yeah,
try to do something like
yeah,
that.
maybe something like that na pattern. That will be for the final. Na. Don't need to do it tonight. Just something to think about. Next, let's see here. I like the idea of green roof, but maybe you can put some utilities here like solar panels and maybe rainwater catchment as well.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, sir. I think I put it in my roof deck, sir. No, but
yeah,
solar panels, sir.
yeah. I'm just worried that if we put too much stuff on top, mabaga ang kuan roof, like a roof deck level. Like for example, just do it here. For example, this is your building like this. Already has a very nice sort of massing. And I'm worried if you're gonna put a water tank up there, it will like we need to cover it up and it'll look like really ugly. So maybe our water tank will be on the ground floor. We'll just have like gutters that go into the rainwater tank. Maybe we can hide it somewhere like in the corners, like on the ground floor, or somewhere inside the middle, like utility. So my idea is that um, I think it has to be in the corner because the roof slopes like this. So the water will go down here and then go down here to like a tank somewhere here.
Sir, I think I know where to put it, sir. Can I share my screen real quick, sir?
Okay. So
What if, sir, I put it somewhere here?
yeah, we can even reduce some of the retail space for more like rainwater tank and maybe some generators for our solar panels.
Is it okay, sir, if the generator is not directly beneath the solar panels, sir?
Okay, yeah, actually our solar panels is on our like basement level and the solar panels on the roof. They just need to set up the wiring to go down to the wherever the gen set is.
Okay, sir. So I'll just keep the water tank somewhere here, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep,
So
also
for
on the other end. Okay.
another water tank here as well, sir.
Oh, and the toilets. Remember, ang mga toilets, the water closets should be sort of adjacent to each other, and then the lavatories are opposite each other. So how you would do that is, okay, just leave it there. I'll draw it for Maclaro. Okay, we discussed this a bit earlier. Maybe you weren't here yet. For everyone, toilet design should be like, for example, these are two toilets. Your water closets should be like, forgive the water. So the water closets are here, and then the lavatories are here. And the reasoning for this is that the piping will be uniform in the center of your toilets. This will make it easier for the sanitary engineers to lay out their piping. So usually for toilets, I think that's about, I think 10-inch diameter, 10-inch here, and then the lavatories are, I think 5-inch or less. So this way, all the piping is, there's less separation and the piping is more sort of simple, and this will make the engineer's job easier. And then this will also make, this won't heavily impact your toilets because you can still have the door here, you can have the door here, you can have this wide space here. So it's more efficient. Anyway, that's how toilets are like designed. Okay.
Okay, sir. So you want me to like edit the toilets lang, sir?
Yeah, for the final. For the final.
Okay,
No
sir.
need to edit it for this evening. So
I'll
that's pretty
also,
much.
sir, quick question lang, sir, ka lang. Do you know how to design the tactile tiles, sir? Like where to put it and all?
Oh, the tactile tiles. The tactile
Yeah,
tiles,
sir.
basically where you want them to walk.
Okay, sir.
It's already 11:30. Do we have enough time? Let me check. 11:30. We have three more. I think we still have a bit time. So for everyone, Nate, that's a good question. I'll share my screen. Yeah, here we go. Installation of tactile tiles. Installation of tactile paving. Yeah. Fast facts. So basically, the idea here is, for example, this is your like terminal area. You have your waiting area somewhere here, and then you have your red pen. Your entrance, let's say your entrance is somewhere here. Like, similar to your situation, this forms an L down here. So the tactile paving would ideally be a straight line from wherever the entrance is and wherever the entrance to the sidewalk is. So let me see, it should be in here. So what is tactile pavement? Where can I find all about related links? Who benefits using cane transportation? I guess that wasn't very useful. There's an act here somewhere. Anyway, the general concept is that, like, for example, this is a road here. There's a road in between your entrance and your lobby area. There will be tactile pavements on the sidewalk that connect to the entrance of your building. And then from the sort of reception area, there are tactile pavements that will guide the visually impaired to the waiting area, or like there are also tactile pavements that go to the ticketing area and maybe some like withdrawal areas. And then yeah, more na siya. Just it basically tells them where to go. And usually you would put them in a way na dili sila mo bangga, dili sila mo interfere with normal traffic. It's bias for normal people, not the non-visually impaired. So for example, this is a hallway. You would have you can choose either one side. So the tactile pavement would be here. So they can go this way. And then the normal pavement would be here so that the pedestrian can go this way. So you don't want them intersecting as much as possible. So for example, I chose this side because maybe these are where my ATMs and cashiers are. So the tactile pavement will be like this, like connecting this here, connecting this here. So basically that's the gist of it. Sorry for the bad drawings.
It's okay, sir. I understand, Ra.
Okay, good.
Okay, thank you,
Nice.
sir.
No problem. We'll discuss that further, sir, maybe on Friday if I can find some examples. Next, we have, let's see here. Nabot ba si Jay? Jay Galion? I think wala lagi si Jay karon. Next, we have Mercado, Vines.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
Can I be heard, sir?
Yep.
I'll... Makita ako on screen, sir. Okay, so this is my perspective, sir, and then the site development plan. And
Okay.
I'll go straight to the floor plan, sir. So for my design, sir, kay ang bus entrance is right here, sir.
Yep.
And like this is the arrival bay, and then the departure bay is right here. And then sa left side is the bus parking area, and then here is the exit for the buses. For the passenger entrance, kay I put it right here sa my SM nga side. Like this is for the main passenger entrance, and then I also put a sidewalk here, like kilid sa bus entrance para like mo kuan sa siya, like mo circulate siya para dong sa um, building. My loading and unloading is right here. Like diri siya, like musul siya diri, and beside siya beside siya sa passenger area para maisa ra ang circulation. And the waiting area for the passengers is here, and the information center is here, and the e-ticketing is right here. For the terminal staff, kay I put it right here lang, and then the concession spaces are right here and here. Yeah, that's it, sir.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, again. And the second floor is wala na
Wala.
kay second floor.
Yes, sir. Like wala pa ko sure sa akong roofing, sir, but like ako ang idea sir kay ako ang like sa sidewalk nga roofing kay for a lower gani kay sa main building nga kani siya naan. So kani siya like very like main building.
Okay.
Yeah, this is my elevations and section like upadid siya.
Okay. Sige. Let me see here. So ako alang note ani is the width, the distance. I'll just take a screenshot na lang. Okay, very good sort of layout, very logical. And we can say that your expansion or your future expansion will be the second floor. So you don't need to design the second floor now. You can keep it like one level. I think we'll have a discussion next week how to prepare a building for second floor na additional second floor. So, but for now, for your specific design, kanilang yun ang road width is like you can reduce this. So your buses will be here, and this space here, you can develop as like an open park or something like Subu Mercado setup. Okay, and this we need to develop this here a bit more, and also the park area here. Maybe we can just make this 90 degrees so you can get more space there. Okay, and this is kaning staff parking no? Kani diri? Hello?
Sir, like kuan lang siya sir, like walkway, sir.
Walkway? Why is there a road here?
Where, sir?
Kani.
Like kuan sir, like passenger entrance sir ba, like if naay kuan moagi sa Kaohsiung Street, sir.
Okay. Is it going like this? Like so, mo ni siya mag island niya mo ni mo building diri. Is the direction like this? Adong Kaohsiung Street?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't think you need the 45-degree angle there. You can just make it like 90 degrees. Okay, car. So dali ra. And maybe you want an island here to separate the vehicle parking, the vehicle movement and the bus movement. Let me change that. So I'll just highlight this better sa canvas. So you have an island here, mo ni siya diri. And then you have your building here. And so 90 degrees sa siya, 45, like dako na kay kaon. So mo na siya, i-reduce ni ang road. So mo ni mong new road width. And then the buses are next to it. And then this area here will be your like new park. So, or like new Subu Mercado na space. Okay?
Okay, sir.
So, reduce lang ang road width kasi I think it's just too big. More like 8 lanes na vehicle traffic. Okay, sorry I had to go a bit fast there. We need to finish up. Esquardo and James. Esquardo James, sorry. Esquardo and
Yes,
Christian.
sir.
Get ready. Okay, go ahead.
Uh,
Si James una.
yes, sir.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
You can
Okay,
say once
again,
again, sir.
the road there is like too wide. Huh? The
What's that?
space between the buses.
That's too wide.
Yep. So more siyang 4-lane a road when you only need like 2 lanes there actually.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
So
Tell
basically, it's my
me
side.
very quickly what's inside the floor plan.
Yes, sir. So it start from the entrance, sir.
Mm-hmm. Unsa na siya na side diha?
It's the 12-meter road, sir. The
SM.
SM.
Okay.
Then go inside here, and here, down here. Then
Mhm.
loading and unloading of passengers here.
Mhm.
Then they go inside here. While the PWD can go inside here, then park there. Then they can go through this ramp here, then go down here.
Okay, good. And you have your waiting areas on the right and your concession spaces on the left.
Yes, sir.
Asa mong staff spaces, the admin.
It's upstairs, sir.
Sige.
Yeah, upstairs, sir, is here. So from my second floor, there's an open below.
Mm-hmm.
Then the admin staff is here. It's the staff cafeteria area for bus conductors, maintenance staff, maintenance room, security office, cashier office. I also put the elevator for the PWD if they need to go up and ask for help or wants to go to certain rooms or certain locations.
Okay, so the whole second floor is for staff only?
It is also for partially public because it can serve as a waiting room also for waiting area for
Asa mong public waiting area?
What's it?
Asa mong public waiting area sa second floor?
It could be here, sir.
Okay, bro, it's surrounded by admin areas.
Yeah, that's that's what I am also thinking, sir. So
yeah,
it
so
could be only for staff for that second floor.
So my suggestion would be put all the staff spaces on the left side, para na yung usa ka sort of area for all the staff, and then all public spaces on the right side of this kanang second
Okay.
floor plan. So similar to what we did with the hotel, you separate yun mo ang back of the house or front of the house.
Okay, so you can just place a partition now, sir, for not a partition.
Not even a partition, you just put all the rooms on one side.
Okay, sure. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Sige, let's look at elevations. Okay. Okay. Sections, good. What are your kanang sort of ideas for your facade, or like how do you want to treat the exterior of your building?
Since the lower ground floor, sir, is might be covered with the overhangs, so it's not gonna be that di siya kaya makita, sir. Pero for the second floor, I'm trying to do something like it covers more of the sun, but also adds pass through air.
Yung ano na lang, unsa may style yung ganahan mo sa imong building?
What do you mean style, sir?
Like architectural style. So go back to your 3D. There, so it looks, what pa siya na develop, diba? It's just like openings and a wall.
I was planning, sir, to put like, my initial planning was to put like just sun baffles, sir.
Sun baffles, and how will you I would suggest looking up for some references of good sun baffle design. maybe like you can have some bigger windows
Yes, sir.
there, yeah. Para
Like
kuan
with
kayo,
spacing.
basically don't try to make it like more like an airport and not make it look like a warehouse. Because currently it looks like a warehouse.
I was planning, sir, to put like the sandbaffles like all around the
Mm-hmm.
second
Pretty.
elevation.
Yeah, very kanang.
That's my initial.
Mm.
Is it fine, sir?
Yeah, that's fine. Contemporary design. I think we had one student who did something similar. She had a very specific material, and you can do something else. So for your final submission, you need to think about what material will be the sun baffles. Like, why are you using it? What makes it good for your building, etc., etc. And then I
Okay, sir.
noticed na ang roof sa terminal building is the same level sa imong second floor.
Yeah. I also noticed, sir, like the bus that I have in here is like those types of buses in the like those non-air conditioned buses.
Hmm.
While the air conditioned ones are a bit taller, so it
Mhm.
might really hit the roof now. So I'm
Mhm.
planning to adjust the height of
Yeah.
the roof. Yeah.
Okay, Rajud. So just something to help your design. I think I mentioned this earlier. Share lang ako screen. So you have your building here. Building ni siya. Then muna yung roof there. Roof is here, roof is here, roof is here. From here, it looks a bit awkward. Kay same level ang terminal roof. It looks like it's kanang part of the building. You might want to differentiate it a bit just to make the building look more appealing. Where's my, for example, this is your building here. You can have like its own sort of roof area here, its own roof area. Then you have like another roof area here. I'll color the roof areas in blue. Something like that. And condition will go to. And then when you get to the buses, depending on whether you want to make it higher or lower, you can have like a different material or a different shape, just so like it kind of like doesn't blend into your building so much, or at least it looks visually interesting. You can look for whatever design inspiration you want. And then your second floor will be louvers, maybe on your ground floor, well, actually louvers, just to have that like contrast. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And Kanisha covered walkway here is good, but try to design the roof here.
Yes, sir. That's just like initial lang, sir.
Well, good. No problem. Okay, we're in preliminaries, man. This will be for the final na.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Sige.
So the only problem, sir, is the width of the bus parking.
Width of the bus parking and design development for the rest of the building.
Yes, sir. So,
it looks very bare. So hopefully develop siya further. And I think what will happen here is a grading for everyone. If like I have a general idea of what I think is a progress for preliminary design, at least na gamay facade development. But it also depends on like how complicated the spatial planning is. So it depends on the student. If you're worried about your grades, it will really depend on how much you develop on the inside and the outside. That's the thing that will like really help your grades kanina preliminary submission. But for the final, make sure na you take note of all my comments now because I'm expecting all of the changes to be done sa final. Okay? Sige. Finally, Christian, you go ahead.
Good morning, sir. Wait, I'll present my screen, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sige.
Nakita na, sir.
Loading. Yep, bus terminal. This is just my own preference. Other teachers will have their own preference too. I don't like it when you put the name of the building on the building.
Okay,
it's
sir.
just my own personal preference. Yeah, that's just like my request lang. Don't put the name of your building on your building.
Wala pa yung name akong building sa sumuot ako.
Yeah.
But I'll remove it lang for the finals.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, that's just a request. It's not really a functional thing or even an objective thing. It's just really for me lang.
Sige, sir. So I will start with my site development. So I focused more on the spatial planning, sir, and the recommendations that you kanang said last schematic phase, sir. So I separated na my vehicular and my pedestrian entrances. So there's an entrance here. I forgot to put the arrow, sorry. And then there's an entrance for the vehicles here, sir. Then small ragyapon, sir, one way ragyapon siya, sir. Then for the bus, sir, kay I made it parallel as what you've suggested. So ang diri na part kay ang arrival and then kani kay ang departure, sir.
Okay.
For the floor plan, sir, kay so the entrances are nara sa upper part, both sa SMCT gikan na entrances, sir, and also the sa drop off sa dog sa pick up kay naara din sa vehicular areas. And then I forgot to put pero nai entrance here para sa staff, sir. I was gonna put a walkway here on that, sir, para sa staff kay separate na ko siya sa ano sa user and the staff. And then ang entrance sa bus, sir, kay same magyapon, sir, as what you've suggested. There is a 30-meter na road and then it will exit sa 30-meter na road sad, sir.
Okay,
Then
good.
my waiting area, sir, kay naa diri sa gawas kay since the departure bay is already further from the building. So para if they'll wait kay ditso na sa bus sa
Yeah.
sa departure bay mismo.
Ako the suggestion is that since the most of the building is rectilinear or kanang squarish, I think the departure bay should also be square. And like ano na ang curve framework, it's very distracting.
Okay, sir.
Si Mangkay siya ba?
Sige, sir.
Okay. Sige,
Then
let's proceed to the
and then for my second floor, sir, kay it's na may ramp here. I placed the canteen. Ang akong nakitaan, sir, kay for the staff ra, but then I plan to make it like for the public na lang para like may isa ang space so that like the users can also use the canteen. Pero ako pa siya i-develop. Then na ko'y partial development here sa kilid, sir, if ever like magpa-expand sila or something.
Sige.
And then I forgot, sorry, sir. I forgot this
No
part.
problem.
Kadong imong gi-suggest na future expansion din, sir. I'm still having thoughts about the Sugbo Mercado style, sir, or ihimo na lang siya park kay since na may canteen sa inside. Pero mo siya, sir.
Pwede po siya park. You can even say na pwede siya park na that can be transformed into a Sugbo Mercado if needed. So your park will be very flat sa sud. So it can be a multi-purpose area. They can have Sugbo Mercado, they can have Zumba. So mo na ang design parameters nimo. So for your specific park, wa siya water feature sa tunga kay you're planning to put other activities sa center sa park.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I think that will be good.
For my elevation, sir, mo ni siya. Wala pa kayo na-develop ang kuan, sir, kaya I was focusing on the spatial planning sa interiors.
Okay, very good.
Then mao ni ang perspective, sir. Itampo na ang name.
Manotice nimo ang curved roof is very kanang out of place. At least for me, it looks very out of place. So just make it like a rectangular building put. And like I suggested to James, look for sample bus terminals that you can just like copy the exterior part. You can put that onto your design.
Okay, sir.
Really no problem for me if you like wholesale copy a design from like a website or magazine. But at least dili siya bare bitaw imong design.
Okay, sir.
Kung magin ang beginning, we first like copy and then we like try to learn from what we copy.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, nahumayo
Mga
tanan. So we'll meet again on Friday if you have like further consultations, or if you feel like di na kailangan mapaponsult, you can also not meet on Friday. Pero for those who will have like a lot of notes on your canvas, meet me on Friday or Monday. And then after na, pwede din na ta kailangan mo meet kay drafting na tanan and prepare